was shut down. Upset by his failure, Kuratov was jealous of his Patriot counterpart, Professor Victor Dolbanrabov. As an department head of the Patriot genetics program, Dolbanrabov was extremely successful, and the results of his superhuman tests were recognized by his superiors.
I don't want that.
Seeing his colleague recognized for his superior research,
It says I'm going.
Kuratov knew he was far behind.
Does it say I'm going?
Kuratov realized he had to do something.
Our grocery prices are sky high. Walmart has been lying to us all along, people. Let's jump right into it.
Walmart. That don't weigh no 4.66 pounds. We'll use the scale. 2.37 pounds. They're ripping people, straight ripping people off. I'm going through every single one of them. Scammer.
Alright, so that's James Rigg on TikTok, and how often do I go to Walmart and I'm actually checking to see if the weight's correct? Never. At least I don't do it. I just pretty much have put trust in Walmart that they're going to take care of me. They're going to be honest, right? Well, it's not happening, folks. Looks like our meat prices are actually way more expensive than it should be, according to James. So, he dug into this a little more. He didn't just check the chicken. This applies to many different meats across the board, and he even brings it up to management. Let's get into it.
All right, so at Walmart again, this is 3 different Walmarts, 3 different videos, 3 different packages of meat. Once again, I spent about 5 minutes here, found this. This is the Angus prime rib. They're saying this thing weighs 4.64 pounds at $14.87. Whether this is packaged here or not is besides the point. Walmart pays for this, not by the piece and the label. They pay for it by the case price or the pallet price. So if this thing is weighed and it weighs under, that's what they pay at their cost for it. Let's put it on the scale and see. $4.14. When it's weighed and packaged, it's thrown into a case. They weigh it at Walmart by their distribution centers, and they weigh it by the case or they weigh it by the pallet. So if this is thrown there with the label, they're going to weigh the case, and then they're going to pay for the case price to the weight. Then they're going to throw this down incognito, doing foundational kind of investigating right now. In and out. It's just taking no longer than 5 minutes to find these. I wanted to hit 3 to 5 stores. This is 3 for 3. I think it's time to start questioning what they do about it, what they will do about it, how they try to fix it, if they try to fix it, what type of protocols they have in place. I'll tell you what they need. They need to stop having all the weights and all the labeling done at the suppliers. They do that so they don't have to hire labor. They need to hire labor. They need to be responsible for everything that comes in their store. They need to label it themselves. They need to put it. They need to check it, and they need to put it out themselves. Let me know what you think. Let me know. This is not going to stop until we band together and make it stop. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so that one wasn't that bad, but what I wanted to do here is I wanted to run some math, right? So this is probably the most conservative one that we've seen that wasn't that far off, but I want to do this also with the next clip because the next one's literally like double the amount. It's insane. What I wanted to do is I wanted to calculate the difference in price of what it would cost when it was actually priced out per pound versus what it cost if it was actually priced out by the actual weight that was weighed on the Walmart scale. All right, so the original weight was 4.64 pounds, and then it was $14.87 per pound. So we're going to multiply that by 14.87, giving us a total of $68.99, how they came up with the $69 price that was on the price tag. But when he weighed it, it weighed 4.14 pounds. So if we do the math on that, subtract that by $69, that's a difference in price of $7.50, $7.44 to be exact. Again, not a huge difference, but as we all know with our grocery bills, every time we hit the grocery store, this stuff adds up. Now, let's watch these next clips because these are even worse.
All right, back at Walmart again. This is my 4th trip to Walmart. I'm at one of the same ones I was at before. I'm going to keep it in real time, and we're going to look. Look, I'll tell you right now, that's not 4.94 pounds. See how easy it is? So this is the second time with Kentucky Legend. This is the same Walmart that I found the other Kentucky Legend in for $25. That's how look at this one. There's another one. There's another one. There's two. Because I mean, it's that easy. I know that doesn't weigh that. I found two. I found two in 20 seconds. Do you think that one weighs 5.4? So that's 3 in 30 seconds. Let's take it to the produce scale and weigh it. Let's see what they weigh. This is crazy. This is insane. All right. First, let's see if the scale's correct. There's a 2-pound weight from Sporting Goods. Scale's over by 0.02. All right, let's weigh these one by one. $1.83. It says 4.93.
Oh.
What's this one saying? 5.41. 2.32. 4.54.
It's crazy.
Come on now.
We're having a roast for
Another
dinner. Well, it's showing that. Did you get it at Walmart? Probably not. Okay, thank goodness. At Walmart, they're overweighing. They're saying, oh, it's this much per pound. But then it's only like a 1 pound roast. But they're labeling it as 4 pounds.
They've been doing that.
They've been doing that?
Actually been watching the fucking videos.
Oh. Okay. My CRS. I'm sorry.
2.53.
I suffer from CRS. Can't remember stuff.
4.80.
By the way, but it's not picking up anything for me.
1.71.
Microphone right here. Microphone.
5.1. 5.51.
I'm barely
2.41.
picking up your sound.
Somebody do the
You wanna
math
go
on
to
some
my
of these.
sound
Put it
over
in the
here?
chat. Go ahead. Go to work.
Yay.
Let's get them. If it's time to go see management, let's see what they have to say about it.
Get a whole
All right,
playlist.
let's do the math on it. So one of them was 4.8 pounds, and it cost $4.98 per pound. So we do the original cost of the ham. It came out to be $23 and let's call it 90 cents. Now, when he weighed it, if we look at the video
Can you
here,
believe this?
it came out to be
We don't buy meat at Walmart,
1.71 pounds. So
I
we do the
think, you know, I've already seen
1.71
that.
times the
Huh? We do, but not very often.
It's too late. They're gone.
I think I want to just watch the next one because we already watched that one, right? Walmart got caught.
I got this beautiful tiny home. I lined up electricians, plumbers, inspectors, only for the government to shut me down. And it all started from a Facebook post.
Facebook? How so?
So when this tiny home was delivered by accident, when the delivery company came in, they had left the out to local welders in the area.
You see these? That came from the manufacturer. They lifted it up a little bit by putting these down to help with the wheel problem that they did.
And when I made this Facebook post, and I'll put it right here, I asked if people would be interested in doing some welding work for me and making these 4 posts. I live in a very small town, and when you post something like that, that makes everybody in town start talking. This caused a whole stir, and this is when the government really started getting on us about the house. That's when I decided to hire an inspector to come out and look at it to prove that it is a good quality home.
All right, I'm here with Whit Green. He's a local home inspector, and he's going to inspect our tiny house.
Yeah, I would be too if I had those.
Can I climb up your ladder? Okay, good.
Looks like it's not holding any water. We got rain the other day.
Yeah,
Yes.
obviously, we got rain the other day. Look at all the mud down there. Would you suggest gutters on this?
Anything with not a huge overhang should pretty much have gutters, because you can get water going under your, I guess I wouldn't call it a crawl space. You can wash out some areas around the slab, etc. So anything to get water away from your foundation is better for any house.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing different up here, other than a normal metal roof, is you're depending on the ceiling along the edges. Looks like it's all factory applied, of course. But that'll be something you need to check probably in every 4 or 5 years to make sure you don't have any gapping or anything shrinking. You can see where
Anybody that's in here in the chat, please just go ahead and list your channel in here so everybody can. I'd be happy to send subscribers to you. Post your channel. Feel free to do so. We're open to do that. I hate it when you go to someone's chat and you're like, oh, no self-promotion. Yeah. Oh, I'm here to support everybody.
they have a joint. They ran the sealant all the way down. It's almost like a big butyl tape that they use on decks is what that looks like.
That's a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Of course. And like all this is sealed, but if you push water high enough, it can go up and over the flashing. So
Yeah, so this tree should probably be trimmed back for the roof.
other than that, not much to talk about up here.
At some point, I think we are going to put gutters on it, like the inspector recommended. Maybe some ceiling fans, because right now, with no electricity, it's hot.
But you can see how you have very little overhang. That's where gutters come in, because water is going to run straight off, and it's going to start digging out this area around where you have the slab, and also splash back underneath. And any water you get underneath, I haven't really looked, but if you have a lot sitting there, you get the evaporation. It kind of comes up through the crawl space, and if it's not super waterproof or vapor-proof, get some floor issues and stuff. So you want to keep that dry under there. In our area, of course, we've got hurricanes, so you want to make sure you get it anchored. Basically the same as any manufactured home, has to be anchored down.
And just like any manufactured home, if you're in a tornado, do not stay in a manufactured home, a tiny home, or an RV. Find better shelter.
Got some nicks from probably transport. These all need to get painted and sealed. Yeah, you're not fighting rot, you're fighting corrosion.
No.
Butter has been a food that humans have eaten for as far back as 10,000 years. Now, typically, to make real butter, the process is incredibly simple. You take cream, you churn it, and you get butter. But that is about to change. A Bill Gates-backed startup has just commercially launched a new butter. It contains no cream, no milk, no...
My favorite saying, and I want to get on a bumper sticker or a t-shirt, something, coffee cup. It says, don't blame the butter for what the bread did.
animals, and even no plants. It's made in a factory using chemistry originally developed in the fuel industry. And here's what nobody's talking about. This butter isn't just going on shelves with a label for you to choose. Instead, it's being sneakily rolled out by being sold directly to restaurants, bakeries, and multinational food corporations as an ingredient. Meaning it gets mixed into the food you already eat, and you will never know it's there. And it's moving very fast. They've already secured generally recognised as safe clearance. They've already launched commercially, and they're already in talks with some of the biggest packaged food companies on the planet. By the time most people hear
Hunter,
about
how you doing,
they'll
buddy?
already be eating it. Before we break down exactly
Sorry, I've been
how they're building
MIA on
butter,
your live.
using a
I'm trying to get
process
mine all
designed
set
for
up.
the
I have a
climate.
new streamer
Let's have a look
platform
who's
and
actually behind this.
trying to
The
figure this
company is
out.
called Savor, and the first major investor is none other than Bill Gates, who led the initial funding with $10 million through his fund.
If you didn't hear me
Breakthrough
earlier,
Energy
'cause you might
Ventures,
not have
part
been
of the
in
same
here.
Breakthrough Energy Network.
Pause this so you can hear me. Please post your URL, your gamer channel, everything that you want to self-promote. I am open for anybody doing that. I would like to support their channels. I don't like it when you go to someone's channel and they're like, oh no, self-promotion, because I'm here to support all my friends. So feel free to put your link in there, and I will, when I go to post this, I'm hoping I've got it set up to keep the chat. So yeah, feel free to do that.
It has received $100 million from the BlackRock Foundation for its Catalyst Climate Program, and Gates himself is one of the World Health Organization's biggest funders, the same organization that's been pushing to reduce global meat consumption. And here's the thing, this is also the same man who also happens to be the largest private farmland owner in the United States. He owns 242,000 acres across 19 different states, so he's buying up the land that produces real butter, whilst funding the synthetic replacement. But it gets a lot worse than this. Mondelez International, the company behind Oreo, Cadbury, Ritz, and Toblerone, they didn't invest in Savor, but instead they are accelerating this product by actively exploring how to use this synthetic fat inside their own products. And all of this is moving very quickly. Savor only became its own company in 2022, and in early 2024, Gates was already so confident in the product that he published a video on YouTube called "I Couldn't Believe That Wasn't Butter," where he tested the product and made two very interesting statements.
What do you think?
That's great. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that wasn't butter.
Okay, that's great.
Agricultural emissions are one of the most difficult to get rid of. People have come up with alternative food, but what we're seeing is that it's hard to get more than a small market share.
He's talking in business language, and that's exactly what this is, a business. In fact, not once in this entire 2.5 minute video did he mention the words health or nutrition. He didn't mention vitamins and minerals or what this product actually does for your body or how it compares nutritionally to real butter. The entire conversation was about taste, scale, and market share. Now that we know who's behind this, let's have a look at how Savor actually makes their quote butter. They've figured out how to make butter from scratch. Their process involves no real dairy, and it's not even derived from plants. In total, there's 6 ingredients. Savor fat, which is their synthetic fat, water, salt, sunflower lecithin, rosemary and thyme oil, and beta-carotene for colour. Now to most people, 6 using chemistry borrowed from the fuel industry. To make Savor fat, in simple terms, they take carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas. They heat them under pressure and use a chemical reaction to build fat molecules from the ground up. This process is called Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. It was invented in the 1920s, but not for food. It was designed for one purpose, converting gases into liquid fuel, operated by a company called Sasol. That plant uses the Fischer-Tropsch synthesis to produce 160,000 barrels of synthetic diesel, gasoline and jet fuel every single day. So the same chemistry that fills up tanker trucks with diesel is now being used to make our food. And the chemicals produced midway through Savor's process tell the real story. At the halfway point, what they have is a liquid slurry of hydrocarbons, molecules that are chemically closer to gasoline than anything you'd ever consider eating. It's only after further chemical reactions that these hydrocarbons get converted into fatty acids, and then eventually into something that resembles edible fat. Their butter starts its life with a very similar makeup to synthetic petroleum. Now this product, apparently it's very convincing. When Savor launched a tasting event in San Francisco, over 100 people lined up, and the supply ran out in the first hour. Michelin star chefs have used it. People genuinely could not tell the difference between this and real butter. This is the trick. It supposedly tastes the exact same, and it is, quote, chemically identical to real butter. It sounds like you're getting the same product, but you're not. It's not even close. Real butter isn't just a simple fat molecule, it's a whole food. Real butter contains vitamin A, which supports your immune system and vision. It contains vitamin D, which is essential for mood. It contains vitamin K2, which directs calcium into your bones and arteries. It also contains butyrate, which is one of the primary fuel sources for your gut. These are nutrients your body actually uses every single day. And guess what? Not a single one of these nutrients are in Savor's product. They're calling this product butter. They're serving it to people in restaurants. And it contains none of the vitamins, none of the gut-supporting nutrients, and none of the fatty acids that make butter one of the most nutritious foods on the entire planet. What you're really consistently replace nutrient-dense fats with nutrient-empty alternatives. Your body doesn't get what it needs to run inflammatory responses, repair itself, and to produce hormones to any significant degree. Of course, your body isn't going to break down overnight if you consume it once, but slowly your energy it'll weaken. Your hormones will drift out of balance, and your ability to recover that will decline. When you replace real, nutrient-dense animal fats with industrial alternatives, whether it's seed oils, margarine, which is basically the same thing until it's too late. The worst part is, there are 0 studies on what happens when humans consume thermochemically synthesized fats every day, for months or even years. 0. It has simply never been studied. Now, right? Well, it hasn't. Not by anyone independent. The way this works is Savor sells its product under something called a self-affirmed GRAS designation. GRAS stands for Generally Recognized as Safe. The key words there are self-affirmed. That means that Savor itself, the company making the product, reviewed its own safety and decided, you know what? Our product looks good, it's fine, and they roll it out. There's no mandatory FDA review, there was no independent testing done. They literally gave themselves the passing grade and started selling it. The only people who have ever reviewed this product is the same people that are selling it and making money from it. Now, to be fair, there are lots of companies who use this pathway. But when you're talking about a completely novel food with absolutely 0 long-term human safety...
Human meat. Ew.
Burger Wars of 2026. You don't have to like or subscribe, but check this.
So guys and gals, it's official. They're all beefing now. The Wendy's CEO, the Burger King CEO, and the McDonald's CEO are all...
Honest to God, bro, I'd rather see Burger Wars than the actual WWE3. You feel what I'm saying?
All beefing, literally.
Yeah.
Here we have the Burger King CEO.
Wait for it, wait for it.
Oh yeah. Now that's how you take a bite.
Not bad, right?
Oh yeah, look at the...
Only one thing missing. A napkin.
So this is the type of guy.
Yeah, sometimes they cheapen out on the napkins though. So the McDonald's employee must be punching air right now. He must be like, fuck.
And Burger King is, in my opinion, in the current age, is way better than McDonald's. And it's a toss-up between Wendy's and Burger King, depending on the location you go. But I'd say in general, for consistency, across the board, Burger King, size, depth, pricing, everything. Taste, it's superior, especially with the fries. They're just well-rounded. And the CEO, I mean, just look at the way he bit it. Look at the sauce on his lips. I trust this guy. Even if he
Pause.
he doesn't eat this shit on a daily basis, I trust that he
Okay, would you trust him with your life or with your wife?
I'll be right back.
Amori, would you trust him with your life or wife? I would say none, to be honest, but you can, I guess, still trust him a little bit for the burger, but...
actually likes the burger, not the product. The burger. Someone said McDonald's took down their video. Did they? Well, looks like they actually did. I cannot find that recent video anywhere. They did say, take a bite of our new product. So they're leaning into the trolling a little bit. Not even our new burger, our product. Because I guess legally they can't call a product something that is actually not. People of the...
McDonald's can make a comeback right now by saying that, yeah, we took a smaller bite because we love and the happiness lasts longer. You know what I mean? Some bullshit like that. Yo, they can say and make a comeback right now.
Comment section are saying, can't believe this got approved. It's crazy. Another person said, why did you delete the video with the CEO? I mean, this just, even this image right here, it looks...
Same, man, but I would always preach like drinking water, working out, and eating healthy. I would always preach that, right? And that's what McDonald's is preaching. They showed you should not be eating the burgers.
Said, why can't you call it a burger? Why do you keep referring to it as a quote-unquote product? And then
because it really is a product for them, though, and you're the consumer.
Got my coffee.
The balls on their new product. But now here we have the...
Any publicity is good publicity, you know? Uh-oh, now we're getting the updates.
Wendy's CEO entering the fray.
These fresh, never frozen beef, our Applewood smoked bacon, our brand new bun, our square burger cooked on a flat grill. Amazing, absolutely wonderful.
Not gonna lie, that burger does look kind of sad and depressed, but let's continue with his review.
Should be.
Oh my God, he's demolished.
Damn, they're taking the advantage of the entire situation by just going ham, quite literally, no pun intended, right? They're going ham with it. McDonald's made an oopsie. And they're just cashing in on it, bro. Right. And yeah, any publicity is good publicity, right? So I'm
the reason I clicked on this one is it said something about like, so let me do this on it. So is this gonna be like a bunch of BS that it was just clickbait? Probably.
I'm certain, like, even McDonald's is probably selling their burgers, though. Yeah, people might be laughing on the internet, but they're probably still selling.
Top it off with a fries
so it's a win-win.
Frosty.
Fry and frosty. You know, I respect the CEO. I mean, good.
This is inside of our room, and what we get inside of here for full-size bathroom, shower, full-size refrigerator, and freezer. It came with the microwave.
$1,500 a month, $50 a night. So lately, there has been a growing number of people proudly proclaiming on the internet that they no longer live in an apartment, but a hotel instead. No leases, no utilities, no surprise maintenance issues, just a room, a key card, and a monthly total that is in a lot of cases cheaper than rent. And honestly, I find it all kind of fascinating. In some situations, even low-key brilliant. Today, we're gonna take a closer look at hotel living.
I live in a hotel room with my wife and 2 cats. Come check it out. So when you first come in, you immediately have the kitchen. Got a fridge, not full size, but close. Fit everything we need in there. Got the kitchen.
This is a hotel? What hotel is this? This looks straight up like an apartment.
All the different states I lived in, where it's like a couple $100 a week, and they're suites, so they do have like small kitchens in them, and they're specifically set up for long-term stay.
I was thinking, like when I first heard about hotel living, I was envisioning people having to like deal with the little mini fridge that's, you know, by the dressers and stuff. That's a full-blown kitchen. It even has a stovetop there and a microwave built into the freaking cabinetry.
We have our different little appliances, all our stuff, not stuff the hotel gave us, other than the microwave. Got the stovetop, you know, got our little dish center over here. We got our oven that I got us. We've got this little center right here with our mini fridge, our dry storage, canned goods, all that stuff.
My God, look at all the
Back over here to the left by the front door, we've got the bathroom.
Look at the mirror, I bet you're fat.
Supplies. You know, we kind of made it our own with our own little shelves. Got shelves up in the shower to hold our stuff. You know, the toilet, which I actually put a bidet on. Yep, living in the hotel and put a bidet on my toilet. And then you come over here to the bedroom. King size bed, so that's nice. That's where the magic happens, if you know what I mean. And then we got the closet area right here. Storage up there. We got stuff stored underneath the bed. Then we come over here to the dresser with the TV. Got the PlayStation behind it. We got our kitty Jasper here running around. Got one of the cat trees here. And then we got my gaming table, my gaming chair. And then right here behind, I got where I put our shoes, both hers and mine, my hats. Then we got our storage area for TikTok shop products. This is full. All those are full. That's full. This is the living room right here. We got the litter box. We got the other little dresser with the smaller TV, another cat tree, you know, the window view right there. And then we've got the pull-out couch with the little table, another chair in here. And then in the back corner is my wife's altar where she does her magical things. So that's it, everybody.
How much does he pay? Okay, here he is in the comment section. He says that they pay $667 a week. Okay, so $667 a week sounds a bit much, right? That's $1,350 every 2 weeks, $2,700 a month. $2,700 a month, depending on where he lives, could be a little. He's got free parking, he's got free Wi-Fi, he's got free water, and he probably feels pretty freaking safe because there's so many barriers to entry to get into his apartment. I don't know where he lives, but $2,700 a month for all bills paid and you're perfectly comfortable and you can leave anytime you want, no credit checks, no obligations. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So I'm in the Wichita area, Wichita, Kansas, where cost of living is typically lower. I'm sure that, you know, you could find a comparable studio apartment somewhere in the Wichita area for maybe $800 a month. But I know that some places, a studio apartment that size could be $2,000 to $3,000 alone. So depending on where he lives, which clearly he doesn't want to say, which is fine, we're going to respect that. For $667 a week, you know you have a guaranteed roof over your head and you're perfectly comfortable. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
This is the hotel that I reserved from November 17th, 2025 to 14 cents. No, I do not have to pay all that up front. I can either pay $307 a week or I can pay the $1,228 a month. You can even pay every 2 weeks. It really is up to you. Your total amount is your total amount.
So this is the first lady that I saw. Her name, I believe, is Mandy Bowers. She's the first one that I saw really promoting hotel living, and she has been doing a lot of educating on hotel living because she has been doing it for so long, years now, and what they're doing is they're living in a hotel and saving up their money so that they can buy land and put a tiny house on it, I believe is what she has said. But for 6 months of having a roof over her head, she's going to go just over $8,000. And she has this tagged Tampa, so I think that means that she's in Florida, unless she's just like tagged a random area, I don't know. But $300 a week to have a roof over your head? I'm interested to see what a room looks like.
Right up here for that amount is say hey to hubby. Also, we have the full-size refrigerator and freezer. It came with the microwave.
Since when do hotels do full-size fridges? That's the rooms that have full-size fridges, but those are like the more expensive suites, or they're extended stay hotels. Maybe this is extended stay. Maybe I just answered my own question here. That's wild to me though, a full-size freaking fridge. It's just like a studio. It's just like a studio.
It also came with the 2-eye stove burner here. We brought our own coffee pot and some extra items over here. It does come with a full-size bathroom, shower, pretty nice size. And of course it's all about how you make it, but this is what we are doing.
So last week I posted a video about my extended stay hotel, $1,500 a month. give or take maybe $100-200, depending on if you want 2 beds, if you have animals, etc. But just for us, we got the basic package, simple room. We pay $1,500 a month. You can pay nightly, you can pay weekly, or you can pay monthly, or you can pay 2 or 3 days at a time, whatever works best for you. We don't have any bugs. There's no cockroaches. That was a major thing to speak of. If people are doing drugs here, you wouldn't know. There's not a lot of drama and police in and out and stuff. It's very peaceful.
$1,500 a month, $50 a night. And the flexibility. I knew that this was a thing. Obviously, I'm prepping to do this video and I'm, collecting clips and kind of looking into it and all of that. But actually just sitting down and watching the clips in its entirety and not just, filing them away. Incredibly impressed.
This message is specifically for my people that are living in a hotel, a motel, Holiday Inn. You need to take your ass up to that front desk and you need to tell them, ask them rather, to take the taxes off your room. After 30, you live at the property now. You don't need to be, that's a different story. You didn't hear that from me though. You know what I'm saying? If it has been well over 30 days, 9 times out of 10, you have a credit on your reservation. But it's going to go by itself. So you might got some free days, might be a 3-fold, might be a week, depending on how long you've been there. But
Kelsey says, we stayed in one for 4 months, ended up getting a refund of $2K when we left. And this right here, this little take the taxes off because you're a resident of the hotel, I have a very strong feeling that that is why a lot of hotels have a 28-day markup. But there's a couple of people that I did come across where they talked about every 28 days they did have to vacate for 1 night and then they could come back. It's probably because the hotel that they are staying at has a rule to prevent this right here from happening. I bet you that this whole tax.
Some of the pros and cons to living in a hotel. So let's start off with some of the pros. We're gonna go with the positive outlook first. So some of those are in a typical 2-bedroom or even a 1-bedroom studio here in the area. They're wanting anywhere from $1,600 to $1,800 for some of your basic minimum move-in apartments.
Yeah, so aside from the credit checks, the application fees, because don't forget about that. I actually have a friend who just moved to the area to apply. $50, and you weren't even guaranteed to get the apartment. Even just going to 2 different places and putting in an application fee, you have eviction history. What if you've been down on your luck a lot? What if everything was going good for you, but then you lost your job because on your record, no landlord is gonna wanna rent to you. So what do? You go into a hotel living situation while you kind of build up your credit history. Temporary stepping stone for a lot of people, but it's so smart. And I think people have probably been doing this for a long time. They just don't talk about it.
I don't have to worry about my electric bill changing. If I want to turn the heat on, I turn the heat on. If I want to turn the air on, sometimes I turn the heat on just to go take a bath and get it nice and warm, just to get hot and go turn the air back on. I don't have to pay trash service. I just get my have to worry what day trash pickup is. At the hotel, you can drop trash off every day. I can run a whole tub of bath water, and if I happen to let it sit too long and it gets cold, I can just let it go out and refill it. My water bill, it don't change. Things right up to it. Internet, Wi-Fi, all I had to do was just sign in, log in, and put in my room number. I have a kitchen. It may be a little smaller than most, but I can cook. Have my own coffee pot, full-size refrigerator and freezer. We don't even have roaches. I only have to worry about 1 bill a week. And for $307, that's what that includes. Now, here's the negatives, here's the cons. Honestly, really, the only one is it's just not our shit. That's it, and that's all. But with that being said, we are going to be looking forward to getting property and still doing our tiny house. But for now, yep, we're cool, we're chilling, we're kicking it here in a hotel for $307 a week, and we're okay with that.
Interfaces. You're putting money into something that's not yours. But you're going to get that whether you're in an apartment, you're renting a house, you're in a townhome. If you don't own it, 2 of you seems like more than enough to me.
No, I do not have to move out after every 30 days. Some of them do want a $100 deposit when you move in. However, once you build up and you are a part of the rewards program and stuff, they don't even bother you for the deposit if they know that you're the one that's going to take care of their stuff when you move out, and you're going to leave it the same way that you found it. We didn't have to do a credit check, background check. I didn't have to prove 3 times the amount. If you go on and reserve the room for over 180 days, you do get a discount at the end. You do not have to pay it all up front. That is the amount that you're going to divide by weeks that you're staying, and that's going to give you your total amount.
This person commented, been in an extended stay for 5 months for work, $45 a month and no taxes. So the one thing that the hotel employee had said about telling them to take the taxes off, this person right here is claiming that they have done that. They don't pay taxes. Because something like this, that's definitely something that you need to be asking them is, you know, if you're going to have to vacate after 28 days. Again,
here's my total amount, and that is for 2 weeks. I went ahead and paid for 2 weeks. And now I'm going to show y'all what the room looks like before I come in, give them all their stuff back, and completely do a rehaul and make this room to where it's going to be comfortable because I reserved it now until May 17th. It's going to be a full-size refrigerator.
So it looks like she did have to check out and then check back in. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if maybe this hotel only lets you reserve for 6 months in advance, because the last time she had, you know, given us a tour where everything was all like decked out and stuff, she had said that she reserved it for 6 months, and now she has reserved another one for 6 months. So they might honestly do that too, just to make sure that the wear and tear on the hotel room itself is not excessive. Because if you know, if someone rents a house for 5 years, there's property and all of that. So I don't know if there's just like a 6-month rule with this particular hotel or whatever, but extremely fascinating. So what I have noticed, hotels are probably having different policies from regular hotels, which is a good thing. Because one of those questions that I always had when considering this way of living is, will hotels catch on and just simply raise the prices? I think regular hotels might, but traveling for work, they might be waiting on closing on a house or something. Extended stay hotels are set up for people to stay there longer term. So do I personally think that this whole hotel living thing might raise prices? I don't really too much. They would, you know, run the risk of losing customers, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, while you're down there, let me know, would you ever do this? This really does seem like a smart alternative in this economy. Do you think that this is a really good idea, or do you think that it's something that works only until it doesn't? Let me know your thoughts, because this trend could definitely have way more questions than answers. Also, make sure to give this video a thumb and make sure that you are subscribed and ring that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post my next video. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will...
October 29th, 1969, 10:30 at night. A graduate student at UCLA sits at a terminal and types a single word to a computer at Stanford Research Institute, 330 miles away. LOG. The system crashes. They fix it. Try again. This time it works. That was the first message ever sent over what would become the internet. It wasn't encrypted. It wasn't filtered. It wasn't reviewed. It weren't dreamers. They were Defense Department engineers working through a very specific problem. How do you build a communication system that survives a nuclear strike? If one node gets destroyed, the message finds another path. If that path is gone, it finds another. The system was designed around a single, non-negotiable requirement: delivery. Not fast delivery, not pretty delivery, delivery. They called the method packet switching. A message gets broken into small pieces, each piece tagged with where it's going, and then sent across the network by whatever route is available. The pieces travel independently and reassemble at the destination regardless of what stood in the way. That logic was then built into email. In 1982, engineers formally defined the rules for how electronic mail would travel between computers. The protocol was called SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and its core rule was straightforward. Once a server accepted your message, it had one of two obligations: deliver it, or if it couldn't, send you back a notice telling you it had failed. Those were the only two options the protocol recognized. There was no third option, no provision for a message to simply vanish. The system was designed at its foundation so that silence always meant success. When the government opened the network to commercial traffic in the early 1990s, handing it from the National Science Foundation to private industry between 1991 and 1995, that architecture came with it. The rules didn't change. You sent something, it arrived. You sent something, it didn't arrive, and you were told. The machine built for a nuclear battlefield brought that same commitment to your inbox. For a brief window, maybe 5 years, maybe 10, that's exactly what the commercial internet was. A direct subscribe to a mailing list. The messages came. There were no intermediaries deciding whether your communication was worth completing. The network didn't have opinions. There were about 2,600, at least loosely. It was a community with informal rules, and when someone broke them, the community said so, out loud, to the person who broke them, by name. Blasted to nearly 400 users, the response was immediate and personal. A military officer called him directly and told him it was a flagrant violation of the open world of the commercial internet. Gary Thorpe kept his promise. For 15 years, roughly, the network stayed small enough that the promise meant something. Researchers, academics, government contractors, people who knew the rules because they knew each other. The informal code held because everyone on the network had something to lose if it didn't. Then the doors opened. Between 1991 and 1995, the federal government handed the internet's backbone to private industry. The National Science idea what packet switching was, who simply wanted to send a message or buy something or find information. They arrived. By 1993, the network that had connected 2,000 computers in 1986 connected more than 2 million. 2 million strangers don't have a shared code. They don't know each other. Nobody can call Gary Thurk and tell him to stop, because there are now 1,000 Gary Thurks, and then 10,000. And they're not researchers who care about the integrity of the network. They're marketers who've just discovered they can reach millions of people for almost nothing. At 6% of all email traffic. By 2002, 40%. The system designed to guarantee delivery was now guaranteeing the delivery by something had to change. But the changes would come at quite a cost. Internet blacklists. The first responses to spam were blunt. Internet service providers started building lists, blacklists, of IP addresses and domain names known to send spam. If you were on the list, your messages were blocked before they reached the inbox. It was crude, and it worked imperfectly. Legitimate senders ended up on blacklists. Spam still got through, but here's what mattered about this period, and what would be lost later. If your message was blocked, you were told. The original protocol's requirements still held at the edges. A bounce message came back. An error notification arrived. Something indicated that the imperfect as it was, preserved something essential. Both parties to a communication still operated with the same basic assumption they always had, that silence meant success, and that failure announced itself. The filter was a new gate, but it had a sign on it. Then the volume kept rising, and the blunt instruments kept failing, and the engineers went looking for something smarter. What they found would change everything, not because it was malicious, but because it worked. Blacklists expand to zero privacy. In 2002, a programmer named Paul Graham published a paper describing a new method of filtering email. Instead of maintaining static lists of bad senders, his approach analyzed the content of the message itself. It calculated the probability that a given email was spam based on patterns, word choices, structures, combinations of signals, and it learned. The more mail it saw, the better it got. The filter wasn't reading a rule book, it was making a judgment. That distinction sounds technical, but it isn't. It's the difference between a law and a discretion. Early ISPs recognizing the imperfection.
The only reason why I put this on is because I feel like I'm being shadow banned because of everything that I'm doing. I'm posting messages and emails, and normally there's a lot more activity. But yeah, let's see what Mr. Beast's YouTube empire is falling.
So I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and the sports car, and instead reinvested my dollars into making
Money into content. You did not do good that I know of. Perfect. 3 hours of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun. This clip is insanely, in my opinion, and obviously there's so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take their punches and be the bigger man.
Content focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people.
Okay, that's just a straw man, right? He's literally misquoting what Jacksepticeye said. So I ruined YouTube because I didn't do this, this, and this. That's just not what he said. He said that you made YouTube more about hyper-optimizing every frame of your video for retention rather than just having fun, which is an honest criticism. Even if you can agree that Mr. Beast has done a lot of good for the world, we can admit that he has hyper-optimized his content, making it so that like every frame of the video has a sound effect or a zoom or
I've hyper optimized our keywords, you know, using the Weekend Warrior, the Mad Max Villages, Minecraft Saves the World, Healing Our Temple. That's a really good one.
thing. That's where the ADHD editing comes from, is this guy.
If he had fun, the videos would be longer. What does that even mean, lol? You think
What does he mean? What does that mean? If he had fun, the videos would be longer. What is he confused about? Where's the ambiguity in this statement? If he had fun, the videos would be longer. Yeah, if you had a lot of fun making the content, you'd be there for hours. And that's just a fact, right?
Give up every hour of my life for thought about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man.
Well, that sort of is a self-defeating statement. Saying that you could be the bigger man while then shit-talking him is like not being the bigger man. I could say a lot of dog shit about his awful content, but I'm not going to. His horrible content that sucks, I could say a lot about it, but I won't because I'm a bigger man. His stupid green hair and his fake Irish accent, could say that, not going to though. By saying you're not gonna say it, you kind of say it. You know what I mean?
Wait. This clip is insanely. So, I could say about his content. He didn't say anything about his content.
Not going to though. By saying you're not gonna say it, you kind of say it. You know what I mean?
Side. Now, this started a massive debate on Twitter, because on one side many thought Jack was right, and Mr. Beast is making YouTube way too unauthentic and corporate. YouTube started as people being able to record their own creations onto a platform, but now it's TV level entertainment with millions of dollars being invested into it. And to most people, it was like the complete opposite of what they wanted. If people wanted to watch Hollywood,
yeah, it's like a man calling himself humble. It's like you saying how humble you are every second probably shows that you're not the most humble.
They'd go to the cinema or to Netflix, not YouTube. And if you think that was bad, well, recently he's gotten himself into more controversies. During this year's Super Bowl, he was actually part of an ad that used AI.
But it won't be easy. Good news, you'll have Slackbot, the powerful new AI from Salesforce to help you decipher the puzzle.
More specifically, Slackbot, which is pretty much like an AI assistant that is probably going to get more people.
Yeah, the problem with being a content creator and then partnering with AI is just the optics, because you're in a creation space, you know, you're in the arts, give or take. Making videos is an art form, and replacing human art forms with robots is like the last thing it should be doing. AI replacing DoorDash or replacing Amazon workers, you can say it's not.
Alright, I partner with AI due to my disability. I have problems with, you know, structuring the content, remembering all the details, and my AI that I personally use, I've got them trained so deeply into every aspect, and it's a big, huge plan for our We Network, and yeah, I have to use that because when I come down on download mode, I get headaches. So.
The efficiency of making artwork, I don't think has any bearing on how practical the application of AI is. Because you can make a painting in 3 seconds, that doesn't mean very shallow taste in art. Like,
laid off from their jobs, and Jimmy would then also get a lot of backlash for promoting and supporting Elon Musk, even after he was named in the Epstein files. I even just saw on Twitter he was promoting Elon Musk's Neuralink, which is exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, this transhumanism stuff is very unappealing for a guy who is a, you know, they're disabled. I understand how that can be beneficial for them, right? If they can use their brain when they can't use their body, it's cool. Generally though, people are kind of against this like cyborg level augmentations. It's very dystopian.
Which is a computer chip
First, I'd see if he can be healed, because it seems like a lot, or if not all, of these ailments that people are suffering from, we can heal them, and they're not telling you. But if you're interested, go to the Healing My Temple playlist I've got.
Magically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect.
FYI, I did heal myself almost all the way from lupus. It's just in my skin now.
to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain.
A brain implant technology designed to link the human mind directly to computers. The device enables users to move a cursor or even control robotic limbs using only their thoughts. Now on paper, I guess this sounds pretty good. It allows disabled people to regain movement and communication. But if you ask
people how they're going to make the most money off of it, you have to ask, is there a larger market for disabled people or able-bodied people? And the answer would be able-bodied people, right? So if you want to make this a product that has mass appeal, you're going to have to target able-bodied people as the natural market conclusion. If you have a disability, are going to want to get it or something like that, which I'm not sure how good or how bad that it's going to be, but I know that where we are societally, people are very against this. They're very turned off by this.
This is a bit too far, because this is an AirPods or an iPhone update. This is your brain. Yes. And when you promote something like that, especially to an
technology, so even if it actually changes people's lives for the better, a lot of people aren't getting the Elon chip in their head. Like, that just isn't happening.
Like Elon Musk, like his Iron Man, you're normalizing the idea that plugging your mind into a corporation's hardware is just the next cool thing. Honestly, this makes me feel hella uncomfortable, because at the end of the day, you're giving a private company access to signals coming directly from your brain. Once they put a chip in your brain, what would stop them from rewriting your memory, implanting false memory, mind control you, or just press a button to fry your brain?
Well, they would just most likely spam your brain with ads. They would.
This movie about these nanobots that are actually made to look like pills, pharmaceutical pills. And the making of the movie, in the back part of the DVD, you know, the extras part of it, it actually said that they were given access to government facilities to get the insight on how that actual program works, which means that there is a program that does that. Oh boy. I've got it saved somewhere. I'm gonna find that. But yeah, I mean, so they look like little diamond white pills, and they unfold. They look like little nanobots.
All your memories and then live edit them to have product placements. Let's say your grandmother's funeral, everything you remembered from it, the casket, everything like that would have Mr. Beast logos on it. Everyone in attendance would have Mr. Beast logos. The casket, Mr. Beast logo on it. That would be how you remembered it. It was always like that.
Yeah, this could go very wrong. Hey Patrick, you forgot to pay your taxes last year? We're shutting off your ability to speak. Have fun. I mean, what if this Neuralink gets hacked?
Her casket was an LG fridge? Yeah, exactly.
Or something. Like, that would be genuinely insane. And we're not done yet, as around the same time Mr. Beast would announce he has acquired Step, a teen-focused financial app valued at $900 million, in a deal reportedly worth over $1 billion, with him putting out a tweet saying, growing up. That's exactly why we're joining forces with Step. I want to give millions of young people the financial foundation I never had.
You know, he wants to help people, but you know, I don't think anybody that really wants to help people would be rich. You know, I don't think there should be rich people. I think everybody should be rich, you know. If he really wants to help people, then why is he rich?
Had lots to share soon. Now on paper, this actually sounds pretty decent. Jimmy is putting out an app to help teens build their financial future, increase their credit score, help save money, and invest. But when you actually take a look at the app's features, it seems more like Mr. Beast acquired a bank that targets children because they're easy prey and you can give them credit cards and—
Let's see what this says. Get access to Step early pay with Step Black, which gives you 10%. So it's just a credit card. So this is borrowing. That's just borrowing. That's just usury, right? I mean, this shit's just horrible.
Loans at 30%.
Anything that's promoting like building your credit means that they want to sell you a credit card, which they'll make money on if you don't build your credit. So take that how you will.
APR. And Jacksepticeye quote tweeted that with the yikes emoji. Once again, trying to prove to everyone that he knew Mr. Beast was evil all along.
If you can, like, think about it as well. If you're giving teens credit cards, these people don't have steady income. So there'll be like, I mean, listen, I'm be the first to admit, if I'm misreading this, then I'm wrong. But from how it sounds, this is an app that is saying that you'll build credit by using this. Okay, and then this is immediately a problem I have. You see where it says early pay, get $250 cash? They're incentivizing you to do the buy now, pay later shit, which is horrible. They're giving you money because they think they're basically betting on you not being able to pay back the money they're lending you on time so they can charge interest. That's not good, I think.
Try your house. And Jacksepticeye quote tweeted that with the yikes emoji. Once again, trying to prove to everyone that he knew Mr. Beast was evil all along.
Some people are saying that Jimmy buying a bank whose main product are payday loans targeted towards the youth sounds predatory.
That's
but
what I'm
when
saying.
has a beloved creator with a Minecraft channel ever turned out to be a predator? Besides, there's one thing I've learned on the internet. When an influencer starts up a...
All right, Minecraft channel. Oh, FYI, we've got one. We're using it for planning our Mad Max villages, so join us.
financial service with a big focus on cryptocurrency, it's definitely not a scam. Personally, I'm excited for the next phase of Mr. Beast's challenge content. Single mothers versus rising interest rates. Guy who financed a Hellcat he can't afford versus repo man with tow truck.
You here to give me $10,000? No, actually, I'm here to repossess your car. Damn, huh?
Just show up to your house.
Evil Mr. Beast be like, I'll be taking your money.
Repossess it and immediately start giving it away for YouTube videos.
And shout out to that guy Lewis Spears, because this whole video he made on the app was hilarious. Like, are people seriously going to put their hard-earned money into the hands of a dude called Mr. Beast? And recently, Jacksepticeye has also been very vocal about the direction YouTube is headed in. YouTube CEO Neil Mohan says users will soon be able to use AI to generate shorts using their own likeness. He added that over 1 million channels used YouTube's AI creation tools daily in December, to which Jack would quote tweet saying, "I'm tired, boss." Now think about
I just think there's no reason for this. Like, if you're a creator and you have to AI yourself, then why the fuck are you on YouTube? Like, where's your love of the game? Don't you like being on camera? Isn't this why you started it? I don't know, man. That's weird.
Jack, who built his channel on his own personality and energy, the idea of AI generating videos using your face probably sounds very disturbing and very, very authentic, because it completely shifts the focus away from creativity and more towards automation. Instead of asking, what cool video can I make today, it becomes more about how many videos can I produce this week.
Do you remember when YouTube's slogan was broadcast yourself, and now it sounds like YouTube's slogan is you clone yourself with AI for profit? Interesting.
How much money can I make? How efficiently can I scale? And how can I optimize? Because for Mr. Beast, that's the kind of an environment he thrives in. He wants the best packaging, retention, thumbnails, pacing, editing, whatever. So when YouTube leans further into the AI tools and automation side of the company, and this isn't the first time Jack has spoken up about AI specifically. When Mr. Beast launched ViewStats, it included an AI thumbnail feature that could
any channel.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When you're selling a service to creators and the service is essentially their replacement, they're probably not gonna be too happy about it. Oh, hey, buy my thing where you can steal from other people's authentic work with AI. Like, that's just a race to the bottom. Why would anyone buy this?
To literally be
And I know he removed this after some criticism, but it's like, bro, when you cause you to do that is still there. It just manifests in different ways. And we're seeing that with him acquiring, like, predatory financial apps.
To put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of you.
And then he put all these people's logos on there who didn't consent. Literally Jacksepticeye's as well.
And it'll use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're Mr. Beast. You would just type in Mr. Beast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on.
This is like proposing to my boss to replace me with a calculator. Yeah, if you're like in accounting or something, it's just like, why would you ever do that?
Volcano. And there you go, we now have a
This looks like
thumbnail
shit, by the
with
way.
me dangling on the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration, and if you do a couple iterations with the system, this is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward.
FAI. The tool was marketed as a way to help smaller creators level up their packaging, basically letting you plug in a channel and generate thumbnails inspired by what they've already put out. But not only was this stealing people's work, but it's taken jobs away from real thumbnail designers. There are entire communities communities of freelance designers whose full-time income comes from making thumbnails for creators, only for them now to be replaced by a tool MrBeast made, which definitely breaks some form of copyright law. Now, Jimmy would actually apologize for this and remove the feature. He posted a statement saying forward.
How's it going, guys? A week ago, I launched an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it.
This is not even true, by the way.
Thumbnails.
It's an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails. This was just for the little guys. He's just helping out the little guys. This is all this was. The little guy is some dude who doesn't even fucking know what AI is, who's recording videos on his phone. Anyone who's like super tapped into AI and image generation is probably some guy who's doing decently well already.
And I thought people were good guys' feedback, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and so we just enacted some changes that I think you guys will find positive. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down.
Dude, he just wanted to help struggling single mothers on their YouTube career, and you guys came after him for this? What was wrong with you? All he was trying to do was help these illegal immigrant housekeepers who are starting their YouTube channel on the side to make more money with their thumbnails. That's all he tried to do. That's all he tried to do.
On top of that, I wanted to go one step further to really show artists out there that I care. If you go on viewstats.com, under our more tools section, it'll say hire thumbnail artists, and if you click that, it'll take you to a page of artist portfolios where you can commission a real thumbnail about the YouTube community. I mean, obviously I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, and I don't take that responsibility lightly, and so, you know, it deeply makes me sad when I do something that you know, people in the community are upset by, and I also want to put out there that I guarantee you I have spent more money on thumbnail artists than any other YouTuber in the world.
This is, again, like, because you had the money to do so, right? Like, that's like a dude who has billions of dollars saying that he's donated the most to charity. Well, it's because you have the means to do so. So, again, I feel like that's got to be some sort of, like, manipulation technique. This super generous guy. But the way I view it is how, you know, the amount that you've given to artists relative to your earnings. And for him, that number is probably super low. Not that he has to make it a lot, but again, this is not even, like, something you should even bother bringing up.
Probably spent more money on thumbnail artists than the top 100 creators combined. I mean, I have a small army of thumbnail artists.
Again, like, we're talking about people who haven't commissioned.
Hold on, y'all. What?
The people on the movie, it said the people that lost their house would be provided with temporary housing until their houses could be rebuilt.
Wow. Like FEMA trailers?
Huh?
Like the FEMA trailers they give them after Hurricane Katrina? Yeah, they give them all campers, and then those campers were poisoned with formaldehyde so badly it killed about 80% of the people and made them really sick. Seriously, that happened. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a truth person. I don't forget.
Thumbnails because their thumbnail is just their face or something, you know? So
that worked for me. I'm looking to hire more thumbnail artists, so I just want to put that out there, and I have no intention of firing my thumbnail artists or anything. Like, this is, you know, just supposed to help make them more effective and blah blah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But regardless, it doesn't matter. The tool's down for future people that sign up for ViewStats Pro, and yeah, now it's a funnel to help artists make.
So it's also interesting that he said it's for small creators, but if we check out ViewStats Pro, what was the price tag on that? Sign up for ViewStats. Okay, so it's fucking $50 a month, my G. I'm really not sure what's going on here. Is $50 a month for small creators? I don't really understand. When I was a small creator, I had nothing to spend. I edited all my own videos on pirated software that I barely found without getting a virus. There was no chance I'm throwing $50 at this. Again, perfect for creators of all sizes looking to grow their channel. Okay, so I thought it was small creators. Now it's just everyone. Now it's just everyone. It's not specifically small, it's everyone. I just don't buy this. I just don't. And then
click on the hire the artist tab and, you know, go commission real artists, help them make more money. So take care, guys.
Now, on the surface, he looked responsible, but the way it was ultimately framed made a lot of people start questioning what Jimmy really cares about. Instead of just saying, yeah, this was a bad idea, I shouldn't have done that, it quickly became into this wholesome redemption arc about supporting thumbnail designers. You can really see how badly MrBeast wants to keep up this good guy image. Instead of just apologizing and taking the hit, he turned it into this wholesome, let's help thumbnail designers find a job, whilst also trying to sound like this super moral guy because he spent loads of money on.
Whatever got washed the other day, did it get hung up to dry? Somebody had the wash machine going.
No, nobody had the washing machine going.
Yeah, they did.
Not that I'm aware of. Okay, sorry, y'all.
Thumbnail designers. Every controversy this guy gets into gets shaped into a brand positive movement. I mean, even his apologies feel optimized. And it isn't the first to drop Lunchly. Jack and fellow OG Minecraft YouTuber DanTDM called them out for trying to make a quick buck on impressionable kids. What happened to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them do better?
Obviously, when you sell stuff, the goal is to make money. So this statement could have been worded a bit better. I think the best example of it, though, is the view.
All of the sales from every item, which actually we never even had a sale yet, but we've got all the proceeds goes to critters getting to the vet, critters getting, you know, the fencing and stuff that they need. I'm sorry, I only got this half of one.
Okay.
Sorry, I only got half a cigarette. All right, so yeah, yeah.
Water bag so I can go dump it down the drain.
No.
Stats thing,
Is
because
that what you were talking about? It was going to cost me. I was thinking take it out and trade.
Let's even remove the fact that it's replacing artists from the equation, because that's its own conversation, whether you think that's right or wrong. If you want to use AI in your thumbnails, why the fuck would you use Mr. Beast's AI and not ChatGPT? You know, that's what my issue is. Not that he's like selling stuff. I don't care that he sells stuff. I'm a capitalist, right? Make money. Okay, sure. Why would you do that in that way? At least make something of value. Lunchly. Oh, we're competing with Lunchables. Why? What's even the what even sparked this? Does Lunchables have to be dethroned? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like a big problem. Same thing with this thing. Does ChatGPT have to be dethroned for image generation? I mean, I don't think so. So just seems like he's trying to like shoehorn his way into these things to squeeze as much money out of people as possible, which is like, you're already a billionaire, my dog. So I don't know. It's not that you should be complacent whenever you've reached a certain level of success, but if you're going to try to just make as much money as possible, I think you have enough money to make something actually valuable for people.
Better. And Jack would immediately back him up, as he would say, you mess with Dan, you mess with YouTube. Because it wasn't just about Lunchly as a product, it was about what it represented. You had creators who grew up with YouTube as a creative space where you could express yourself, and now they're watching the biggest names on the platform pivot into full-scale consumer brand aimed at their own fan bases. And this is around the time a lot of fans or viewers started connecting the dots. It wasn't specifically about Lunchly, it was the pattern. We had energy drinks, burgers, chocolate bars, kid snacks, finance apps, AI tools, everything. And people started to get the feeling that YouTubers weren't showing off this cool stuff they managed to make. Instead, it was more like,
wait, what the fuck was that?
YouTubers weren't showing off this cool
That sounds gross. Don't eat your broccoli.
Who the fuck gave this the green light?
managed to make. Instead, it was more like, how much revenue can we extract from this audience? Because if Mr. Beast only had Lunchly, it would be like, cool, he's got his own little side business. It's crazy to see YouTubers being able to launch their own food products. But when he's launching a new product every month, you start seeing it for what it really is. And Lunchly was a turning point for everyone. It was the first time mainstream audiences started saying out loud that YouTube didn't feel the same anymore, and that the line between creator and corporation had completely blurred. Because back in the earlier days, creators made money from ads and sponsorships once in a while, but now every YouTuber's videos feels like a massive funnel. Because let's be honest, anyone above the age of 11 is not eating this crap. I mean, let's look into Mr. Beast's other businesses. Feastables, apparently a healthier alternative to Hershey's because it had 1 gram less of sugar and 10 fewer calories, pretty much comparing trash versus garbage.
That Mr. Beast is using child labor and slave labor for his chocolates today and has been since late 2023. When Feastables first launched in January of 2022, if you went into their FAQ, their frequently asked questions section, they proudly displayed that they were child labor free and slave labor free. As a matter of fact, in April of 2023, they doubled down and they added to their list of main menu options.
That's a good thing, but in the year 2026, I would hope we don't have to use that we don't have slaves as a selling point. You feel me on that? So it's like, we don't use slaves, we don't touch children, we're not sending nukes to small towns. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's a good thing. I didn't know that had to be like stated.
Entire dedicated page talking about how they were free of slave labor and child labor. But just a few months later, in October of 2023, that main page item that said we're slave free, that was removed.
That's just... then remove it. Because that's worse than ever putting it there in the first place, is putting it there and then removing it.
In addition, in the frequently asked questions section, that stuff about being child labor free and slave labor free, that stuff also disappeared. Later in May of 2024, and even to this day, there's no mention. It was in line with his brand. They were clearly trying to do things ethically. They actually got a certification from the Rainforest Alliance. Once you're certified, you're able to use their logo, which is a little frog, on all of your products, your website, on all of that stuff. When I saw the packaging for Feastables, both old and new, there was no Rainforest Alliance certified logo. Any package has a frog logo on it, and the next day it disappears. People will notice. They will especially notice because the Feastables bar, Mr. Beast sent this thing to everyone, to all the huge YouTubers. So instead, they decide to only put it on their website because at the end of the day, who the hell reads a website except for weirdos like me? And if it was on the website one day and then gone the next, no one would notice except for, again, weirdos like me. And sure enough, by doing it this way, I think they tried to fool everyone into thinking that their chocolate is still child labor free and slave labor free.
We also have Beast Burger, which
well, obviously it wouldn't be a good thing if he had the logo on it and then removed it. But I would argue that him not even putting it there in the first place because he knew it would go away is like, that's like 4D chess manipulation. That's not a good thing, okay?
On the surface seems like Jimmy's own restaurant, but behind the scenes it's just a bunch of ghost kitchens shipping out burgers from some random, unknown location. It's like drop shipping but with food, unlike other fast food chains where they have their own restaurant.
So I ordered Mr. Beast Burger and I had my burger. It was like Chris style, which is hilarious in retrospect. Chris being the guy who decided to talk to minors on Discord, being used as a burger name is its own conversation. But it was disgusting. And then there was like the Chris style fries or the Chandler style fries or something. It came like crap. I was hyped to try this. It was raw. It was disgusting. It's not his fault. Simultaneously, you get what you pay for. Meaning if you are going into the ghost kitchen industry to make a quick buck, you're not going to be serving good food to your customers. I happen to be one of those customers and I was pissed.
Jimmy paid hundreds of kitchens across different states and countries to make his burger and package it as Mr. Beast Burger, which of course led to many quality
you see that shit? This is how my shit
and
was.
Long story short, Mr. Beast sued them for over 100
over a revolting burger. He said this shit's revolting. After abominable burger. After demented burger.
$100 million, with Beast Burger only having one restaurant left standing. And you see how it was never actually about delivering a tasty burger.
God damn, he had a few pounds on him on that one, huh? He was eating a few Beast Burgers himself.
No, they mean
damn, he had a few
restaurant left standing.
Demented burger.
$100 million, with Beast Burger only having
Gotcha.
No, they immediately
needs to hop on that Reddit True Tide.
Left standing. And you see how it was never actually about
eating too much chocolate and burgers.
About delivering a tasty and unhygienic ghost kitchens, leading to people getting moldy and even raw burgers. And if you think that is bad, well, God forbid you try criticize something Jimmy made.
What do you think? Oh no. Dude, this video where he is reviewing the burger with Tommy in it, just take a look.
Best burger you've ever had?
I said, this was filmed before the lawsuit.
It is a 6.5 out of 10, baby. You forgot a couple. What do you not like about it? No, it's the greatest burger you've ever had.
I said.
No, but I like it. What do you not like about it? I like that it's free. No, you have to tell us why it's just 6 out of 10. Well, I'm a vegan, to be honest. Cut. Oh. I would buy one of these guys. I'm completely over-intensified. It's going to explode. Alright,
you can see the exact moment I realized that my jokes are not landing. Right here. Thank you, Jimmy.
Damn, bro. This guy is he's mad. Look at it. He is pissed.
I would buy one.
He's like, this fucking kid doesn't understand. All he's thinking in his head right now is people won't buy my product. It's not about honesty or transparency. It's literally about he needs to say it's good. He needs to say it's good. He's not saying it's good. How do I turn this thing off? It's like the XQC videos where XQC says he doesn't like Feastables and Mr. Beast responds with KYS. Yeah, just like that. Look at him. He's furious. Dude, fuck you. Why did I fucking do this, you fucking spoiled little British kid who got famous overnight? I had to work for 10 years to get where I am now, and you just got... Beast mode. Beast mode. He just starts like fucking... He just goes nuts. That's how that's...
You can see the exact moment I realized...
he has like missiles currently pointed at his house.
That my jokes are not landing. Right here.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much.
And then he kicked me out.
I've genuinely never seen Bro more irritated than this. It seems like he wants to just punch Tommy right in the face.
Literally,
Mr. Beast reminds me of a little kid that's like, no, you have to play like this. You could tell he was mad with that answer. And then most recently we had Beastland. Launching a theme park in the Middle East where thousands die every year from slavery was probably not the best move. But what can you expect? The Middle East is known for sports washing to help their country's PR. They probably gave Jimmy like $100 million and told him, don't worry.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, this guy has so much money to throw around. The Prince of Saudi Arabia, or the king, or whoever he is. He has money like you've never seen. And if he wants to hand me like a fucking $5,000 anything to talk about how good Saudi Arabia is, I am so taking it. Let me make my position on selling out very clear. If any country ever offers me enough money, I don't care which country it is, I'm 22 years old and I want to own a home, I am selling out like you've never seen before. Give me that Israeli bag. Give me that Saudi bag. Give me the Gazan bag. Give me the Russian bag. I'll do propaganda for the rest of my life. I want to have kids, dude. You don't want to have kids? Okay, that's good for you, dude. Whatever.
And just overall, the most annoying thing about Mr. Beast is how he tries to seem like the nicest, most relatable guy on the planet.
Prize Picks, DraftKings. I know gambling's bad. I've talked about how bad gambling is. If they give me the right price, if it's you're getting a home tomorrow price, I'm taking it, boys. And if you were me, you'd do the same exact thing. I'm telling you, I'd be a Mossad honeypot. I'd be whatever, okay? I do not support Israel. I would support what they would do to my bank account to you right now. And you're gonna have the moral grandstander saying, no, I wouldn't. Netanyahu knocks on your door. I'd like to give you $25 million to say glory to the state of Israel. Nah, man, I'm morally better than that. You're actually retarded. Like straight up.
He's always helping out. He'll do interviews and be like, well, actually, I have less money than everyone watching this.
No one ever believes anything I say. So, I mean, because they're like, you're a billionaire. I'm like, that's net worth. I have negative money right now. I'm borrowing money. That's how little money I have.
Oh, I'm broke, guys. I'm literally impoverished. I'm on food stamps and EBT.
Or whatever.
And he only says,
is his lip glued up? Is that why he looks like... Look, I mean, look right there. His teeth are always hanging out like Mr. Ed.
Is that because...
Mr. Beast has got weird teeth.
He's rich and he can borrow against his own assets, and technically if his companies run at a loss, he pays no taxes, something along those lines. I'm not a finance expert, but I'll borrow you guys the clip. And it's just annoying because we know you have millions, probably hundreds of millions. Your companies are worth definitely
more than
billions. So don't try to make yourself seem like one of us, because you're not. And then also the whole giving away...
he's just helping small creators. He's a small bank account. He's got a small dick.
Prosthetics,
list goes on
schools, etc, etc. Don't get me wrong, that's great, but not when you're trying to push other people into donating, which is exactly what happened with the Team Water charity he launched last year.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jimmy, Mr. Beast. Yeah, there's this charity thing called Team Water where every dollar...
What is this Discord call? Did I miss this? Aiden?
Your friends here were saying you were a very generous soul.
Are you really gonna do this shit? I fucking at the McDonald's drive-thru, man. Is this gonna happen to me? Just give me a number, Jimmy.
All right, so Jinxie, Logan, they both just committed $100,000 and
100K? No way.
I see tweets all the time about how you're the most watched Twitch streamer, like watch time every month. You're like crushing it.
And you know what? You know how much I get paid for that? 17 cents. It's a big day for me. I'll donate. I'll donate, Jimmy. I'm not gonna donate $100,000.
And Asmongold and Jinxie are the most like, if you want to go for pure, Asmon fold, that's funny, he folded. If you want to go out at like purity of influencers, gambling deal here, fucking a million businesses, crypto scam here. He actually is authentic. He makes all his own money off YouTube and stuff. And then Jinxie, I mean, he's like new gen. He's like very young, but he's made a lot of money.
I thought y'all tried to make me look like an asshole. That's what's going on. I know what's going on here.
The issue was it seemed less like actually raising money for charity and more like a massive PR move for
like
Mr. Beast.
Shakedown.
If he cared so much about charity, why didn't he just go donate to another charity or just go to Africa and use your own money? And even XQC, who did the stream with him, was getting seriously fed up as he kept on raising the amount they needed to raise.
Man.
They were already there for hours and bro just wanted to go home.
Wait, should we go for 10 mil? 10 mil? No?
They needed to raise. They were already there for hours and bro just wanted to go home.
Wait, should we go for 10 mil? 10 mil?
They were live for 12 hours?
He's ordering an Uber.
No, I just throwing it out there. I mean, 10 million's a nice round number. I was kidding. But, or, less.
I'm gonna give it a buck. I was a little bit mad at Jimmy for not ending at 5 mil because of the way that it was ending. And I was mad at him again for not ending the second time. And people were gonna say, why are you mad at him? You're making more money. That's not the point though. The point is that I feel like as a person, not as a streamer, I was mad because the guy, Hayes, he was paying money for charity to wrap it up.
With Nick30 summarizing this whole situation off perfectly.
Team Water, what do you think of when you think of that? You're not thinking of any other creator except Mr. Beast.
That's true.
So Mr. Beast gets
he gets
all the credit.
All the credit.
So, when he's, asking people to donate on his stream and stuff and pressuring them, and I think it's just kind of a little weird. Like, bro, when they're pressuring these creators to donate money and everything for that, I can see why some creators don't want to do it because it's Mr. Beast's name that gets all the recognition.
And honestly, guys, I could genuinely go for hours. Mr. Beast has been involved in so many dodgy businesses and scams. I should make a documentary instead. But you get the point. Jack and Dan, they were right all along. They're sick of YouTubers becoming corporations because YouTube is supposed to be the opposite of that. And that's really what this whole thing comes down to. Not whether Mr. Beast is evil.
Nick A30 finally does something cool.
He's successful.
What?
Didn't we say that we were building the matching side table for like nightstand?
Yeah.
Into here?
Yes, somehow. To replace this milk crate I'm using over here for a table.
Wouldn't it be too wide?
Nah.
Not whether he worked hard, but whether the version of YouTube he represents is the one the people actually want. Because for a lot of us who grew up on this platform, it doesn't feel the same anymore. And whether you agree with Jack or not, you can't deny.
This is a great video. I just need to go back one more time. This shit had me in tears, bro.
But, or, less. I'm
gonna give it. Oh my god, this is priceless. Anyway, amazing video. Shout out to Kowski for this one. He's blowing up. 1.6 million views on this thing. Man, doing some damage right now, but I like this video. Good video. And if you enjoyed, leave.
I don't know if you guys can tell. I just got out of bed. It is very early right now, just past 7 a.m. What is happening here? Why is there an empty space? Is this intentional? Scroll down. We've got the Mounts of Mayhem here on the preview edition. We're not here for that. It just closed. They forgot to add the pictures. Very rarely do I ever do an impromptu thing like this. You can tell by my voice I just got up. So we're just going to jump into it. Brand new Bedrock preview 26025. I have been absolutely king spammed on Discord, on Twitter, everywhere ever since I got up, and I believe it is worth my time investigating what's happened. All right, here we go. Oh, we have subtitles. They actually fixed it. No, that's not why I'm here. Hold on, let me press escape. Oh my god, they've done it. Wow, they brought it back. They listened. Are you for real? The settings button is back in the middle. We have had weeks and weeks of rallying to a point where most of us had forfeited all hope, and they decided to bring back settings. So for all of you who've gotten used to the new design with settings here, nah, go back. Oh, that's glorious. Okay, resume game. Yay. Settings. Oh, wow. So easy to click. It's so visible. What do they write in the changelog? So I wonder whatever happened to this discussion post. So I know they're really trying to still update the UI, or UI is a big part of it, but they clearly want to streamline this to make the UI a lot more robust. All the buttons are closer together. 3x3, it looks really nice. And now obviously we've gone back to 4x2. Are they still attempting to make changes here? I wonder if they've noticed that moving that settings button to the bottom and then making the browse add-ons more visible has seen no visible increase in stats, and that's why making that change was a lot easier for them. Look, it's one small step for Mojang. Oh, you can create parties now? is a new thing. I need to check the changelog. Today's date, December 10, 2025. Preview 26.025. Accessibility CC should now function as expected. They apparently do now. Okay, cool. Editor fixes. Where's the UI? I just want to see the UI. Party system. So this is new. Allows you to move friends from world to world like a party. This is good. These are positive changes, positive impacts on the community at a really good time, improving sentiment towards the game. Change settings button on the game menu back to being a text button. Oh my god. Video after video after video, and they've actually done it this time. They truly have listened. I really didn't expect this. Our voices still can be heard. The next thing I would want changed, and you guys can leave all of this in the comments clearly, Mojang is listening, is whenever you decide you want to buy something, let's say this mini blocks add-on, if you click this, there should be a confirmation button. It is so wrong for them to just jump to the purchase in progress screen. There should be a, did you want to buy this? That is what I'm asking for. One that I know that won't ever change, but you know what? We're here right now. Some things we never expected, right? Pressing create new world, and over here you have to press create new world twice just to reach the screen we desire. Yeah, I don't think any of us would mind if the screen disappeared. I know it's not going to though. Remember, I'm going to be live on twitch.tv/PhoenixSE Live this weekend for more Bedrock Edition cosmetics. Free ones for all of you to get. You only need to stick around for about 5 minutes. The marketplace is
What, baby?
Dealers just going off on something.
here to stay. There's a lot of junk here that we don't want, but at the same time, let's celebrate these little wins. Leave your feedback in the comments.
Jim Carrey just showed up in Paris looking and sounding completely different. And it's the same thing we saw with Kanye last year. Why is it that every time a celebrity starts to speak out against the industry, they suddenly show up looking and acting different, taking back everything they said? Who was the person pretending to be Jim Carrey at the 2026 Caesar Awards?
Yeah, if they're telling you that there's no clones, the guy telling you is probably a f***ing clone. At this point, I have no doubt that they've made human clones. They made dog clones. You can get your dog cloned. If your dog's gonna die, you can get the DNA from your dog, get a puppy, and it'll be eerily similar to your dog. They think including some personality traits, which is just very bizarre, very Pet Cemetery. Right. But if they can do that, why can't they do that to people? They can.
Days ago, Jim Carrey appeared at the 2026 Caesar Awards after months of not being spotted in public. And let me tell you, he last year. And fans couldn't believe how much he had changed. His mannerisms, his skin, the color of his eyes, and even the way he talked. Everything about Jim Carrey was different. The wrinkles on his skin are completely gone, and his bone structure has also changed.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead.
Some fans claimed that perhaps Jim Carrey had gotten plastic surgery. But here's the thing. Plastic surgery doesn't change the color of your eyes. And even if Jim Carrey was wearing contact lenses, for the last few years, Jim Carrey had grown tired of the entertainment industry. Jim Carrey just showed up in Paris looking and sounding completely different. And it's the same thing we saw with Kanye last year. Why is it that every time a celebrity starts to speak out against the industry, they suddenly show up looking and acting different, taking back everything they said? Who was the person pretending to be Jim Carrey at the 2026 Caesar Awards?
Yeah, if they're telling you that there's no clones, the guy telling you is probably a f***ing clone. At this point, I have no doubt that they've made human clones. They made dog clones. You can get your dog cloned.
Oh my god, y'all. Me and my old man was talking about that the other day. It seems like every time we're coming off to another movie, we're like, that's the same face as that other actor. It's just different hair. And there are so many lookalikes. It's crazy.
If your dog's just very bizarre, very Pet Cemetery. Right. But if they can do that, why can't they do that to people? They can.
Days ago, Jim Carrey appeared at the 2026 Caesar Awards after months of not being spotted in public. And let me tell you, he looked completely different. This is the first time Jim Carrey has been seen in public since November of last year. And fans couldn't believe how much he had changed. The wrinkles on his skin are completely gone, and his bone structure has also changed.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So.
All right, where's Jim? Hashtag where's Jim? We need to start that right now. Jim Carrey's gone. Oh, God.
Then I watched everybody, like, talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
Some fans claimed that perhaps Jim Carrey had gotten plastic surgery, but here's the thing. Plastic surgery doesn't change the color of your eyes. And even if Jim Carrey was wearing contact lenses and had indeed gotten jaw surgery, the way this person talked didn't match Jim Carrey at all. For the last few years, Jim Carrey had grown tired of the entertainment industry and mentioned multiple times that he was getting ready to quit. Jim had also stopped.
In the streets, you need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make...
Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
Now, compare this version of Jim Carrey to the person we saw at the recent Caesar Awards. These are not the same people. According to rumors online, Jim Carrey was replaced by a clone. Jim has been sounding the alarm on what goes on behind the scenes in the entertainment industry for years now. After Diddy's arrest, Jim revealed how humiliation rituals, cult-like behavior, and couch culture were still rampant in Hollywood. This new version of him...
I'm a big Jim Carrey fan. My first husband actually looked like a cross between him and Kevin Sorbo. But then, they didn't stay good looking.
Couldn't stop talking about how much he loved that same industry.
There is a huge conspiracy theory about beloved Hollywood actor Jim Carrey right now because people are saying he's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like two conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
So yesterday, 64-year-old Jim Carrey received a Caesar Award in Paris, which is like a French Oscar. And a lot of actors in Hollywood, that's the norm. He's 64. I support people getting work done. But a lot of conspiracy theorists who are really just diehard fans say normally Jim Carrey would never do this. His whole brand is drastically changing his facial expressions and melding his face into whatever he needs to do for his role. It's just the last person you would ever expect to do that. But what's really freaking people out and driving home the conspiracy theory is that his eyes are a completely different color now. They are green, but they used to be very obviously brown. It's capitalism against those in power.
Once clips of Jim Carrey started going viral, fans claimed that maybe this was a YouTuber or prankster pretending to be...
If y'all want to see my views on democracy, I'm Ivy at WeNet, which is short for We Network. Go to my Substack on that. Oh my gosh.
Soon proved that this wasn't true. Fans then began to take a look at hints from some of Carrey's old interviews. In one of his interviews, Jim even revealed that he sometimes uses a body double.
Now, we were talking about Jim's problem with the as he calls them, the stalkerazzi.
This is the phrase that I coined.
They stalk you. He coined that. What do you do?
I've done this a few times now, and it's using a decoy.
I'm sorry, a decoy?
Using a decoy. It sounds as I send him off in one direction.
Right.
Sucks all the press in that direction, and I can just have my day. And
whatever you want to do.
Wherever I want, totally unmolested. It's fantastic.
Right.
And,
well, they say the best ideas are the simplest ones, and this really couldn't be more simple.
It really is amazing.
I'm sure it works.
Really works.
This wasn't a body double. However, this was different, more sinister. First of all, the real Jim Carrey was nowhere to be seen.
Then see that they're you know, a little bit of green, hazel.
Jim Carrey was going against everything the old Jim stood up for. In his old interviews, Jim Carrey himself hinted at his hate for the industry and revealed that people were being controlled by the Illuminati. Now, however, he couldn't stop beaming about loving acting and the entertainment industry. Things became so complicated that even other celebrities began to step in. Megan Fox commented on Instagram about the situation, saying, "I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real." One tweet about the situation read, "Voice of going to prison for his girlfriend's overdose or being controlled." He chose cloning. They killed him anyway and made him a hateful puppet.
Is that a gang sign? Have you, Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is. I have no idea. You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know. We don't know. All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah. What is it? Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. Oh, I like it. It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on. You know? And they get out there in the woods in a circle naked, and they decide these things. And, you know, and you know, look at them trying to...
This theory might sound crazy, but some of the biggest celebrities, and then we saw exactly that. Every time it's the same playbook. A celebrity becomes disillusioned by money and fame and starts to expose the reality of what goes on behind closed doors. Then suddenly, they disappear from the public for a few months and come back looking different and defending that same industry that they hated. Like, listen to what Kanye was saying before he disappeared.
It's like, we're gonna take your money, we're gonna block you, we're gonna do this, we're gonna take your life. Like a lot of, my life has been through. I wake up every day just surprised to be alive. Like, because of how many threats I got from political to, you know, Twitter commentary to all that, just like that. It's like, have you checked under that couch? Nobody wanna lift up that couch. And if you go to lift up the couch, the whole industry is like, stay away from that couch. Yeah. We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research.
Look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much, you understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look.
They would have Michael Jackson.
Or worse, yeah.
So look, I guess.
And then we all remember how Kanye was acting after he came back, everything he did with Bianca, and how he was acting differently. Allegedly, that was the people responsible for the clone trying to ruin Kanye's reputation. He was now doing things Kanye used to swear he would never do or say, and he was being painted by the entire industry as crazy. The same person that everyone used to call insightful and ask for guidance was now just another crazy guy.
The real, not the phony. The phony would clone me. Just watch how they cloned me. Hey, look at me, saw me.
I was Ye, and then they started making more Ye's.
I think Kanye is a clone. I wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say. I think there are clones, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember, he was really talking a lot. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out, and he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
what the happened. He was gone.
He did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same person. It's not. Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristen? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like that's not Kristen.
You literally will get...
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my body.
They medicate him into silence, and that he would rather die than go back on his medication. Now, however, Kanye is allegedly back on his meds and apologizing to everyone in the industry that he previously exposed. This isn't the kind of thing anyone would ever expect Kanye to do. Fans are calling this version of Kanye a clone. One tweet even said, "This is not Kanye. This is a clone."
Hunter, what do you think about the Kanye thing? If you think that Jim Carrey was possibly just, in the sunlight for his eye color. I mean, look at this evidence.
Man recently ignore what my eyes are seeing. This ain't him. Fight me.
I would rather be dead, not in jail. Because I'd rather be dead than to be on medication. No one from the family of what people say, at least. Or maybe, am I lying?
It doesn't matter.
Am I lying? It do matter! It does matter! It does matter!
What are you worried that you just said, I haven't finished the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you.
You think, did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. Yes. I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
Clones being used by the entertainment industry are an open secret. Every time a celebrity starts to grow too big for the industry to control, they disappear and come back completely changed. Interestingly, there are even rumors that Diddy's sentence is being served by a clone. Fans analyzed Diddy's public images with leaked images from his jail cell, and the bone structure of the person in Fort Dix was completely different.
Diddy has a clone. Apparently there's this thing spreading around where people are saying that the person that's actually in jail is not the real Diddy. Let me catch you up to speed. This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face. They're very prominent and they are from the real Diddy. However, in this mug, not the real Diddy. This photo always terrified me. There's just something off about this photo. To make matters even more weird, Diddy's private jet is still flying around as we speak and making stops in various locations around the world. Just a few days ago, this is from the account Celebrity Jets. They're actually tracking P. Diddy's private jet flight path. And this is when it was landing at New Zealand. And 2 days ago, it was at Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the actual private jet that Diddy owned. And you can see him getting off this private jet here. So,
as for where the real Diddy is, flight records show that his private plane is in use. And on the day of his arrest, it was being flown towards the Caribbean islands. This was also the last time Diddy was seen in public, and the first rumors of a clone being used started to come out. Joe Rogan has said that the elites are using clones. We know that Diddy was one of the most successful people in Hollywood. Could his clone really be the one serving his sentence while he's on the outside?
The explosive documentary is Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alexandria Stapleton. The recordings give viewers an intimate look at Combs' mindset ahead of his criminal trial, even conversations with his legal team.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
About a man who films himself doing everything and has for decades. I think he wanted someone to be behind the
called documentary is a shameful hit piece, and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix. Netflix referring NBC News to a statement from Stapleton in which she said they lawfully obtained the footage.
Cat Williams also believes in the clone theory, and he claims that Jamie Foxx was cloned. But the clone kept slipping up. According to Williams, the clone had too many freckles, something the real Jamie Foxx never had, and was missing a tattoo on the back of his head. He concluded by saying the real Jamie Foxx was involved in Diddy parties.
Jamie Foxx ain't shit. That nigga gonna make you watch his funeral. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly, bitch. I don't know shit. I just be up here talking. I love Jamie Foxx. Let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. But his clone don't mess it up. The clone showed up with a face full of... The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head. I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. That nigga started the story with, and somebody gave me an aspirin, and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That sounds like somebody gave you a dick. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared of all this to participate. This when I knew I was gonna fuck with Jamie. This was having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball.
Rumors of a Jamie Foxx clone being used first came out after Jamie Foxx disappeared, following an unknown health issue. To this day, Jamie has never revealed what the health issue actually was and why he needed to stay away from the public. At the same time, the timing of Jamie's disappearance, lining up perfectly with the day that Diddy got arrested, is also suspicious. Jamie Foxx gets sick after Diddy gets arrested and comes out after Diddy is sentenced. Is that really just a coincidence?
Y'all motherfuckers said I was a clone? At some eatery in Vegas, and I walk out and my daughter's behind me, and she overheard the dude go, "That ain't that. That's a clone. Nigga Diddy got that nigga. That's a clone. That ain't Jamie Foxx. Look at that nigga, man. That ain't him." But I gotta tell you this, Atlanta, you can't clone this. I brought you too much original shit. It ain't enough clone juice in the world to clone me. I brought you this. Hey, for real though, I rock your world.
Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this is all coincidence and internet myth-making? Or do you believe something bigger is happening in Hollywood?
Not all of it.
Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you made it this far, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Not all of it.
DNA was splattered all over our apartment. Guess the money we stole from
What should we watch?
overdose. It was yours. Oh, you were gonna raise it as a...
How's that then? Take you off your own little perfect lesbian life together.
And what would be wrong
Cluster Ducks Live, y'all. Go say hi to him.
And what would you have done anyways? The right thing would have been to leave us alone.
Well, there you go. Would have done the right thing after all, wouldn't I? Who's this new girlfriend, is it?
Oh,
Waste much time.
I guess you... We got music too. I just lost it though. We got like Damn the Bar style. We got Tom McDonald style. We got Shireen style music. That's pretty cool. I keep losing it though. Oh my god, it's so funny. Am I disturbing you? Somebody gonna talk to me? What are you watching? Only 5 watching. Oh my gosh. Alright. See if there's anything else to watch, y'all.
Hey y'all, Clusterk here. Welcome in everyone. How it's still needs some work. Thought I got it fixed. Still need to finish the rest of it. Welcome in everyone. Titty, how you doing? Papa, Mike's playing with us. We got Relic and Apex 8 tonight with us. I wanted to do this for a while now. Dark Demon King was going to join us, but he got sick, so he won't be able to play. Luckily, Relic was available, and he hopped in.
Got some animal bug.
Welcome.
Figure Goon. I'm like, he's just a goon.
Make sure to lick the butt or something
Okay,
like that.
we walked in at the wrong time, chat.
Oh, sorry about that, Ducky. How's it going, Ducky crew?
All right, guys, you ready?
Like and subscribe over on Ducky's side there, everyone.
Liar's deck.
Liar's deck. Oh, you're gonna play cards.
So I guess you guys got to ready up.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Okay. I've never done this, so.
See my big check mark?
Yep.
Button ready. Oh, there it is.
I'm watching your stream, Cluster.
I'll check back with him.
Oh, you're going to stream? Okay, cool. So
No, I'm
you're
not.
going to see what cards
No.
he's got.
I just minimized it. I minimized it.
It's good to see him growing. His channel's growing. Molly. You can stop and say hi to her.
I had a mini bike on the last playthrough that got corrupted. But I don't like the way it bumps you up in the air when you go over bumps, like curbs, the higher curbs. That should be enough. All this stuff here is for Horde night. So we need that to go on. That's for spare.
A lot of typing.
We've got this. What's this one? 2 times. 8 times. We could put that on. It is bouncy, yeah. I know it's quicker, but it's a little bit too bouncy for me.
Oh, sorry about that. Sounds that's me getting back.
Red helmet, stun resist. I shouldn't be on the ground. I should be alright. Salvage harvest, elite zombies. So hopefully there won't be any elite zombies. Hi. Do I have that on that or that?
Give her a bunch of hearts. You can see that.
Really? I can put that on there?
I don't think I say when people give me hearts.
And I can put that on there.
Alright.
I think I saved that for the pistol.
I got a mini fire. So we give her a skin.
42, 43.5. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's 50. I've got anything else on it? I don't want to put that on. That'll be too much. How are you doing, Ziggy? What the hell? Does it always do that? Bump down. Oh, I don't think I like it on. I don't think I like that on there. And there's no way of not using it. Is there? That's much better like that. Have you got over your flu yet?
Oh, JD. I love watching him.
Like to convince the masses,
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I like.
You know,
I mean, I'm literally at this point, I'm positive I'm right, but I don't want everyone to know. Like, that was never my goal. Was like, I'm gonna fucking show everybody what they did. It was like partially just because I was like, God, I'm so fucking smart that I cracked this thing, and then the other thing was like, once I was confident enough that I was right, I'm like, Jesus, dude, like, because then it changes the entire perspective of what's happening right now, and I was like, what the fuck? If I want to do something like if you whenever you guys come out and we go to Dan's ranch and shit, if we all watch the first 4 episodes of my series together and you guys are still under 25%, then I'm right. I promise you I'll give you $2,000 in cash.
I've watched them all, and I think there's a 0% chance you're right.
You have not watched them all, dude.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
No way, dude.
I have, yeah. I watched your other 2. I'd watched the first 2 already. I think there's a 0% chance you're right. Because again, you haven't been able to show me how Charlie Kirk in real time, how I can watch with my own eyes, took a high-powered rifle round to the neck, and I can see the cavitation effects from his neck because I know what it looks like.
That's
human
the whole
body gets
second
hit by
episode
it.
is. That's why I did that one, because you told me that.
But I mean, but you didn't explain it in a way that disproves that.
Let's talk about it. Like, I don't want to derail the whole conversation on just that.
I mean,
like,
again, like, it's just one of those. I think you got a lot of good information, but the idea is still alive. I personally think is silly, but that's just my own opinion. You know?
I think it's a fair like thing to think about. I don't know if I'm sold on him for sure being alive, but
however, I do believe Jeffrey Epstein is one of
about Charlie than Epstein current state, but I'm also
no way, really.
That's all I've been looking at for the last fucking 2 months. Is like,
where do you think he is?
I have no idea.
Tel Aviv, baby.
Bahamas.
I think it's interesting.
He's in Bahala, dude. He's hanging out with Nate.
And then also, when you think about the whole operation and mechanism of actually doing it, it sounds so fucking complicated.
Yes.
Trump, cash, military intelligence, JD Vance, all of them. And the reason, and here's the thing, because Charlie, this is a fact that is indisputable at this point. If Trump would have lost the election, Charlie was going to prison. Fact, like for 100% sure, absolutely for sure. And
what was he going to prison for?
He was the new Paul Manafort. He was the secondary target.
Talking shit about Israel, JD.
In the exactly how they got Manafort in the Mueller one. Jack Smith was the new Robert Mueller, and Charlie was the target. Charlie's looking down the barrel. Manafort didn't even really do anything that was that obvious. And I've seen all the investigations people have done in TPUSA's financials. Charlie, there was illegality all over the place. Like he knew, he smoked. Like he was fucking smoked. He was going to prison. So for like a year, he's probably looking down the barrel at fucking 10 plus. That is what was going to happen. That's for sure. Like that. And then
who is Tyler Robinson then? What? He's just an actor?
Who? Or he's a pet. He's someone that they popped with the most reprehensible, like kiddie corn type shit that they blackmailed to get onto the fucking roof, and then now they're he was looking at shit that was so fucked up that they don't feel guilty burying him in prison.
But why wouldn't he talk
those
then?
Are total hypothesis. I have no idea.
Right, but why at that point? Why wouldn't he talk then? If he has nothing to lose and he's just going to get killed, why wouldn't he talk?
What do you mean? Like
why? If he's got like all this stuff hanging over his head and they blackmailed him and a bunch of stuff, he knows he's going to get killed, right? So, I mean,
in prison, you mean?
Well,
is it
I mean, I think he's going to get the death penalty, right? If he's convicted.
Honestly, but Tyler Robinson.
Here's another thing. I love the crazy theories, right? Here's another thing. None of the crazy theories ever think about. When you're talking about something like Charlie's still alive. Let's say that who all's involved. Okay, now let's talk about who's involved. All of TPUSA is involved. All of the security is involved. The police are involved. The medical examiners are involved. The FBI is involved. The doctors are involved. The surgeons are involved. The coroners are involved. Right. All of these things. Any theory that takes 187 people being coordinated, involved, and pulling something off. That involves rifles and all this shit. As a guy who tactically operated on the ground in combat situations on how crazy and convoluted hard everything is to coordinate, I have to throw it out the window because it's just not realistic. You know what I mean?
Any other situation, I would be 100% aligned with you, and that's why I couldn't figure out what I was looking at for so long. Is because it's everything you're saying is accurate. Like I wouldn't push back on anything that you said at all. The only thing that helped me with insight when I finally came together is I lived in Utah I didn't know anything. I only knew Mormon people in Utah, and I'm very familiar with that community. And in that community, that is the play. And all these TPU telling you they could pull this off on the Utah side because there's so much.
Utah is super fucking corrupt and super sketchy. That is true. Crime, Jesse.
What's that?
There's no federal crime there.
Well, it isn't.
Tyler Robinson didn't cross state lines.
Assassination. It can be. Like it was up to the FBI if they wanted to take it or not.
If Tyler Robinson would have traveled from, let's say, Oregon to commit the murder, now that's a federal case, but he didn't. So it's pretty much always going to be a state case and something like that.
Political assassination, it's one of those like they have to determine it a political assassination, and then it can be a federal case. But like Trump could for sure have been like, make sure that we take this case and bury that kid.
So, well, hold on though. Why if you're, so again, this ties into your big theory, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously the court is involved and has to cover this up now too. Why it's easier to cover all this up?
So again, these are all things I would only be speculating about. And without knowing whether or not Tyler Roll of this entire thing, that he's going to be in jail for a year or whatever, or whether he's a kid who got blackmailed into being up on the roof, it's impossible for me to even, but I can think of scenarios in both directions. What I can say is for sure, it's easier to control a state level case if it is.
Why don't, here's another thing. So all of this is succeeded by the image that he's killed, right? What down and everything that you're talking about is exactly the same, except he's dead.
That assumes that the people driving it are the people around Charlie and not prison for life, not for life, but like he was the one facing the prison. And I think that he's such a fucking gangster ass doer that he's trying to.
I think you're missing something. So what would it take for you? Let's say you're facing prison. Mm-hmm. What would it take for you to, I don't know, let's say you're facing, 20 years. What would it take for you to frame all of this to where you never see your kids again?
But that assumes he's not seeing his kids, and I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think that's
so.
You think
you think somehow in private, like they're bringing him in vans or something to where he can see his kids, or they're bringing it
much more of an open secret than people even realize. And when you watch TPUSA's behavior, they're the ones who give that away. Once you just let yourself believe, and then you
jeez,
Jesse's on the meth.
I'm getting a lot of those comments in my side.
Hey, stop picking on Jesse, fucker.
Oh no, I can take it, dude. I can take it.
That's in my audience while you've been talking about it, and 81% of people don't believe you.
Of course, I wouldn't expect.
No. Look,
it took me 3 months from when the guy who brought it to me was like, what if this is it? And he sent me all the evidence that I ended up using in my videos. I kind of looked at it. I'm like, bro, this is fucking ridiculous. There's no fucking way. It's not, no. Like, there's no chance he's alive. 0%. Cannot. And he's like, 0. I'm like, 0. And when I
Jesse, let me ask you, where would they, and I'm not fucking with you here. I'm honestly curious on what your thought process is. So where would they be meeting as far as like the kids? Like, is it like a warehouse somewhere? And like, what kind of life is that? Right. To where you're like, oh, hey, daddy's dead. And like, what do they do when they're grown up? Like,
I will
how do they keep that a secret?
With a question. So let's say that you have someone who is an top of the government, like someone who's going to flip on the most powerful people in the world, and they're a billionaire, and they're going into some form of witness protection or whatever, right? Like they are now going to be off the grid forever, but they're a billionaire. Where do they go? Like, what is it? Because like people think of witness protection.
Tel Aviv.
What's that?
Go to
Israel.
Tel Aviv.
And
they buy an island.
Yeah.
Maybe that. I don't know.
But
like,
dude,
But what I'm saying is, Charlie's
being a father, what
is with his kids growing up. I think they're with him. Like I think his
they're
kids are with
definitely
him.
not
I think
with
the
Eric,
fear of not seeing his kids while he's
Dude, she's running TPUSA. Nobody's with her except for JD Vance.
Dude,
yeah,
she's
the kids are definitely not chilling with mommy.
That is true. To Jesse's
proxy
narrative.
Everything that she is doing, Charlie's running her, dude. Like I'm telling you, dude. I'm right.
I got Erica running Charlie way more than
she interviewed Nicki Minaj.
That's true, dude. That's it. Hey, the fucking the
Charlie
falls
Kirk is a
apart with
17
Nicki,
deep
dude.
chess fucking player, and then also say he's running Erica Kirk's bullshit as the worst theatrical performer we've ever seen.
No.
That doesn't make any sense, dude.
But part of the huge part of my entire theory is that like how he envisioned this going is not how it's going at all. This is blown up in their faces completely. Like I think that Charlie thought that he was going to be able to do this one big thing. He'd take himself off the map. That way he's never facing prison ever again. He can't get charged in the future. The thing there where he said, we're going to do this Doe style audit that everybody was looking at and they're all, that's why they killed Charlie. The real reason he did that is because he says we're doing a Doe style audit. He gets taken off the map and all the previous financial crimes that have happened at TPUSA, if they try to bring those cases later, all of the TPUSA people just go, dude, that was during the Charlie era. They put all the crimes on Charlie and none of them are open to any kind of prosecution from that moment forward. Charlie goes, he protects his P, doesn't exist anymore. And this is all being done to avoid prison. And he thought that if he did it like this, they pinned it on leftists, then what that would do is solidify the strength that they had in the government. They would win the next phase of election with JD Vance. Erica would be his running mate. And then if Erica can't pull off the grieving widow, what's going to happen is people are going to get suspicious and they're going to.
I knew Mark Zuckerberg was a weird dude, but I did not know it was like this. The man spent 10 years wearing the same exact gray shirt every single day just to reduce the number of choices he had to make. Each shirt cost $350 and got him voted as the worst dressed man on earth. When Facebook was still small, he paid this guy 5 million shares just to paint this wall in his office, and today that stock is worth about $2 billion. He drives a $9,000 car to stay humble, yet his home is controlled by an AI called Jarvis that talks with Morgan Freeman's voice.
Jarvis knows when to make me breakfast.
Your toast and sunscreen to hide from cameras. Obviously, it didn't work. He also once custom made his wife the only Porsche minivan in the world for her birthday and spent $350,000 on a giant 7-fat statue of her. I knew Mark Zuckerberg was a weird dude, but I did not know it was like this. The man spent 10 years wearing the same exact gray shirt every single day just to.
Who's camping up there?
What do you want?
I don't know if I should fight you or not.
Please don't. I'm just trying to survive.
Okay, would you like some guns?
You won't give me any guns.
It's a sniper and an SMG. Oh god.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
But this, Dad. No, Dad, she's talking to me on the bloody mic. Right, there's 37 people.
Yeah.
When there's 20 people, meet at the lumber.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I don't know. We might lose each other though, because if you think about it, one of us might die. And I die really easily, like I can't.
Right.
But I've got to the top 10 people and that's it.
I'm gonna try and protect you. There's a lot of sweaty players in this game. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, there's loads of sweats. My dad got his first kill. And yeah, Dad. We're lucky because we're right in the circle.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we're going to do now. How many people are there?
There's 18.
Oh, 18.
Listen,
there's no way I'm surviving.
No, I say we stay here until the next circle and then we'll move, okay?
We can't go into stadium though, that's going to be busy.
Yeah. Keep running.
Wait for me. I've never won before, so.
You can do this, you can do this.
I'll try win this. Oh no!
Oh my god, no, Ruby!
No!
Are you still here?
Yes.
Quicker?
Yes, I got it, Dad.
Quicker, is that you?
We're in the top 3.
Is that you? Ow! Go on, you've almost got him, Ruby. Let's go!
Was he gonna kill us?
Yeah, I think he was.
Well, what are we gonna do with the last 2?
Do you want to have a fight?
Oh no, I could not do that. I'm really bad at fights. I had a break for like 1-2 years and I only started that a couple of weeks ago.
I'm sure that you can do it.
Oh my god, I'm going to die.
I want you to win.
You?
Yeah, I think you played so good. Look, you got to the last zone. GG's. GG.
Oh no.
He's camping up there.
What? What do you want?
I don't know if I should fight you or not.
Please don't. I'm just trying to survive.
Okay, would you like some guns?
This beaver kept blocking the hiking trail until the rangers checked the river upstream. A group of hikers in a national park started complaining about the same thing. Every few days, part of the forest trail would be blocked again. Branches, mud, small sticks piled across the path. At first, the park rangers thought it was just storm debris, so they cleared it away. But 2 days later, it happened again. Same spot, another pile of branches across the trail. One ranger decided to stay late and see what was really going on. As the sun went down, slowly, patiently, building a small barrier right across the path. The ranger laughed at first. Wrong place for a dam, he said. The trail crew removed it the next morning, but the beaver came back again and again, always rebuilding the same barrier. After the fourth time, the rangers decided to investigate a little further. They followed the nearby stream upstream. That's when they noticed something worrying. A section of the riverbank had started collapsing. Water was pushing through a weak part of the soil, slowly carving a new channel. If it continued, the river could shift toward the trail, and the ground beneath the hiking path could eventually give way. Suddenly, the beaver's mess made a lot more sense. The barrier it kept building was slowing the water flow just enough to reduce the pressure on that weak section of the bank. It wasn't random. It was redirecting the current. Later, the park engineers reinforced the riverbank properly, and once the work was finished, the beaver stopped building across the trail. Weeks later, the ranger who first saw it walked past that same spot and laughed. He said, "We thought it was making a mess. Turns out, it was doing maintenance."
Reported should wake all of you up. She cut her hair, she lowered her voice, and she lived as Ned for over a year. And what happened to her is the part that most people don't like hearing. After the experiment, she had a severe depressive breakdown and she checked herself into a psychiatric facility. Years later, she chose medically assisted in Switzerland. Her name was Nora Vincent. These are the harsh realities that she said men endure. Number one, dating is a gauntlet. As a woman, you naturally get approached. As she literally was stunned by how cold women could be to men that they weren't interested in. She said being a man felt like you're guilty until proven innocent, boring until proven valuable. You don't get any grace, you get tested. Number two, men live in an emotional straitjacket. If a man shows real pain, people get uncomfortable. He's told to man up. He gets looked at differently, even by women who say they want a sensitive man. She said it felt like a man's value wasn't who he was naturally. It was what he could do, what he could provide, and what he could endure. Number three, invisibility. Unless a man is high status or extremely attractive at all, not like the women, nothing. And on top of that, she literally felt the constant pressure of being seen as a threat, a creep, just for existing in public. Imagine walking around feeling like you're automatically suspicious. That messes with your head. Boundaries. If you don't push back, you get eaten alive. You get bullied, and then you get disrespected. Some men learn to harden up because that's how you survive in male spaces. Number five, the silent loneliness. This was the one. Horrible. Nobody actually wants to hear it, so they isolate themselves. They bond around just activities, work, sports, projects. But when it comes to malnutrition, a form of starvation that most people never even notice, these are her last words. Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they are not better off. They need our help. They need our love, and they need each other more than anything else. Rest in peace, Nora. There was a woman that...
Oh my God. What do they do? Yeah, alright. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Delta Charlie, you lost your front nose gear tire.
on rotation, and that's definitely how it appears out the window. Simon, 8 Delta Charlie, did you copy?
Copy, 8 Delta Charlie.
Entire front wheel assembly is on the runway.
Roger that. Should I remain in the pattern?
Simon, 8 Delta Charlie, you tell me.
Hey, I'm a flight instructor in 3 Echo Juliet if you need any help.
I would love a bit of assistance, 8 Delta Charlie.
Yep. Okay, kiddo, just keep that stick all the way back, set it down nice and easy, nice and smooth.
This is my 3rd solo ever. Thank you, guys.
Delta Charlie pilot, what's your name, kiddo?
My name's Taylor.
And Taylor, this is Chris. My daughter's name is Taylor, and I taught her to fly. We're going to be just fine, kiddo.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is no big deal. It's just going to make a little bit of noise. That wheel came off completely, so it's gonna grind, and expect that. But when you touch down, I just want that stick all the way back. You're going to hold that stick back like you don't want that nose to touch, just like exactly like you said it earlier, that soft field landing. And when the nose comes down, then we're going to go up to the brakes, and if it starts to go right, we're going to touch a little bit of left brake. We're just going to use anti-braking to keep it straight.
Copy that.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just want this to be over.
It's going to be over. It's going to be fine. Hold it off. I like it. Right there. It's a good attitude. Gently, now go for the mixture. Got a kid. Nice job. Here she comes. The nose is going to come down. You're okay. Talk to me, kid.
Good. I'm all good.
That a girl.
8 Delta Charlie, you lost your...
If you've ever been in the woods and you felt like you weren't alone all of a sudden, don't panic. Do this instead. One of the first things that people do when they get that feeling is they start to walk through. If you get that feeling, stop. Once you stop, stand still and breathe with your head up. Look around. You're not just listening for sound, you're looking for and listening for patterns of movement. Are there bird alarm sounds or movement? Are there crunches that crunch in the leaves as you're moving? Things that come out and stand out as patterns are something you should pay attention to. Next, check your wind and your surroundings. Predators and people both prefer advantage, downwind, elevated ground, behind you instead of in front. Now here's the important part. One of the best courses of action is to signal that you're aware. Get your head up, look around, be aware of your surroundings. And when you come to it, if there's a place that has a lot of mind clutter, where it's easy for something to hide, then stop and take a look at it. Make it obvious that you're aware, because most wildlife encounters end when they realize predators see that as instinctual behavior of prey and they'll come after you. And more importantly than that, become a predator yourself. Carry self-defense tools and know how to use them. You know, most of the time nothing's going to happen anyway, but awareness is the key to helping you do that. If you found this video to be helpful, share it with somebody you know they could use it, because the best classroom has no walls. If you've ever been in the woods and you felt like you weren't alone.
Welcome back to 1999 at Kmart. I don't miss the store itself. I miss when the leader makes you hesitate.
3 bags of Lay's for $5, you could grab some for your friends, easy. But today, that same 5 might not even cover 1 bag.
A can of Pringles was only $1, and you'd just toss it in the cart. The snack aisle raised us, and fun didn't need a budget. Hot dog buns were 2 packs for $1, 8 in each. And that handled breakfast for the whole family. A bike for $34.99 felt like summer officially started. You didn't need big money to have your own fun.
Back then, pay and prices made sense together, and buying what you liked didn't feel stressful.
That kind of freedom is hard to find now. So, you trying to go back to 1999 at Kmart and shop like crazy? Hey!
This is what I'm going to say. It's not even food anymore. See, it's not even food anymore.
Here comes my Walmart order. Drone delivery. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
We'll go back to it, alright? Sorry.
Just a coincidence, was it? Since when have you ever sent one of us to pick up the money bags anyway?
No. You say something that's a little longer than 2 minutes, because whoa, really?
God, this event, maybe we shouldn't have it. What the fuck are we talking about? If we're gonna blow the shit out of the fucking he's just being honest here. I'm in Joe. I love Joe. All I'm saying is that I was against this war 12 days ago, and I said it's gonna go wrong. They're gonna block straight moves, but I said once we're in it, because the mullahs are crazy or double down. Now they've done it. Now we stuck our wiener in the electric socket. So now we are committed, baby.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned.
And there's now multiple reports of 2 ceasefires that Donald Trump tried to do with the Iranians, and the Iranians are saying, nope, we're not doing any of that.
Well, because the strategy, the Iranian strategy is that Trump is politically vulnerable in a midterm year.
Yeah.
They said they're autocratic. They can do whatever they want, and they can just wait. And so the reported strategy is they'll take as much collateral damage as they have to because Trump is losing political points at home among moderates.
Because they're crazy Shiites, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, I'm not comparing to Colonel Travis because they were the good guys, but they were willing to die, so they were the winners. Everybody loves the people that get sacrificed. So Iran is crazy, willing to do it. So what do we do now when they close the strait, which is done? And then what do we do when they keep doubling down and say, fine, hit me again?
Yeah, they're religiously, fundamentally fighting for life and death. Yeah. They understand, hey, we have to survive.
Their whole thing is about this coming.
Exactly. And then the new Ayatollah is even talking about the prophecies of Armageddon, and we have other Israeli top politicians, even Pete Hegseth talking about the Third Temple when he was in Israel.
Saying, yeah, Israel takes it all.
Huckabee is...
Takes all what?
All the Middle East.
Yeah.
Well, Bibi just said
he's a U.S. ambassador. I call him the Israeli ambassador.
Yeah. Do you know Abe Lincoln was dealing with this? He had a midterm coming up, or he had an election coming up with the anti-war Democrats were going to get into power and end the Civil War in a stalemate. So he was like, we have to do something drastic because we may lose our power. He issued Sherman to just burn everything and kill as many people before the midterms. I don't want to see it, but I mean,
Trump said that. He said, I may destroy your whole country. They're like, I thought we're trying, half of them don't want to be with us. It's a disaster. That's why the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, look, I'm not a rocket scientist, but Eric Prince, a major hawk, said don't do it. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Kane, said don't do it because it's a roll the dice. You don't roll dice on stuff. You roll dice on your own money. You don't do it on stuff like this.
Well, you heard what Rubio said about why we got involved. Israel was going to make an attack on Iran. We knew that there would be a retaliation targeting the United States.
You know me, I'm not the guy with a hard on for Israel, but Israel should not be calling our shots.
Agreed. And I think Trump should have been like, good luck.
Yeah, because if they'd responded and attacked us, then we could have been like, hey, we have no choice now.
Exactly.
But this makes us look like an aggressor.
Exactly. We should have taken the attack, then we'd be the victims. Then blow the shit out of them.
It's not, and there's the challenge, right? Because that's, you know this better than anybody, but the Project for a New American Century, when they, who was it who said that?
April 2020, we need a Pearl Harbor event to launch the New American Empire.
And then there was the quote that I think it might have been Rumsfeld saying, sometimes we need a terror attack to remind people of what we're protecting them from.
He said we need 3,000 dead.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, which is Pearl Harbor, which they had on 9/11.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge. I mean, if we did nothing and Iran attacked us, then we'd go in. And what Rubio said was then we'd be in hearings talking about how we knew it was going to happen and we didn't do anything to prevent it.
Well, I'll be honest. If there was a magic red button to send the Muslims to Mars, I'd hit it. But every time we do this, they just put the head of Al-Qaeda, before Trump got in charge of Syria. Israel created Hamas.
And we finance and we train them and we give them arms and we give them weapons and we give them the training and then it bites us in the butt. And it's like, what did we think was going to happen here? Israel even came out today and they're saying that this regime is unlikely to fall. Obviously, everyone knew this was going to happen. The war games were there too.
They had the report week before.
Yep.
And I was called a Qatari agent for reading the report that admitted this.
Yeah.
I have got no money from Qatar. I'm waiting for the money right now.
There's also rumors that the son of the Ayatollah is already dead.
Yeah.
I think he's in a coma at least. Because the Israelis have not lied about who they've killed.
But the rumors in Israel is that he's dead.
Well,
and there's no official reporting.
There's one thing Israel tells the truth about is who they killed. They said we killed the Ayatollah a week and a half ago. It was true. And they said well, this guy's in a coma. I believe it.
So it's Israel saying he's in a coma.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right. Well, there was rumors last week, we had talked about it, that he got wounded, he's fine. Then they said they amputated his leg, he didn't show up for his own coronation ceremony or whatever. Now they're saying he's in a coma. I would not be surprised if in 2 or 3 days they're like, yeah, he's dead. And the reason...
I think he probably is dead.
I don't know for sure, but I think...
Bombs on you, probably.
Right. But the Iranian government's not going to want to admit that the United States has repeatedly just killed all of its leaders, its new leader, and wiped out their government. There's a statement to keep the confidence going that they exist to try and outlast Trump because Trump's politically vulnerable right now. But I think it'll be concluded in a few weeks if Trump really does escalate bombing campaigns. And that doesn't mean we win. It doesn't mean the government is over. What I'm saying is we may stop striking, they may stop striking, but nothing may be resolved.
No, I mean, I agree with that. I mean, here's the deal. I want an exit strategy here. And I would love to get rid of the Mullahs. I said when it started 12 days ago, I said, it started, I think it's not going to work. I hope they fail. I hope they fall right now. But it didn't happen. I'm not a rocket scientist. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs and all the other reports told him it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And my listeners are like, you're a Qatari agent. No, like the Pentagon said, don't do it. Because it's a roll of the dice. It didn't work.
What's up with all this, like, the Israel stuff?
That's retarded. I've never been to Israel, nothing to do with Israel. And anytime I'm like, people are like, it rained today, Israel did it. I'm like, well, no, it's just, it's like.
You know, the reason I ask you is because you've got more experience in the independent media space, particularly when it comes to government conspiracy, psychological operations, and all that. And, you know, you've been here longer than anybody else.
Right?
And then all of a sudden, over the past 6 months, there's been this dramatic shift online where now everyone's just talking about Israel doing everything all the time. Like, all the conspiracy stuff that you've talked about when it comes to liberal economic order, you know, Project for a New American Century, all that is just gone now. No one cares.
And so it doesn't mean that stuff about Israel isn't true. They have changed the whole subject into that instead of China. Shut up, Israel. So it's kind of like a public woke up like a baby duck, kind of imprints on the first thing it sees. So the public woke up, and so the Muslim Brotherhood, which Qatar funds, said, oh, the first thing you see is Israel, which Israel deserves in many ways, but it's also retarded because now the baby duck woke up and all it sees is Israel.
Yeah.
And so it's retarded.
Yeah, you know, the conversation I often have about it is that, like, certainly criticize Israel for their machinations and whatever they're trying to do, but there's a whole bunch of other foreign policy and special interests around the world.
And half the comments are, why are you covering up for Israel? It's like they don't. I cover like, oh, literally like there were fires and floods in Texas a few months ago, and half the comments were, why are you covering for Israel? There's like can't cover a flood, can't cover a fire, can't cover. It's just Israel, because it's all they know, and they think that's the secret thing. That's the special little treat.
I think social media is doing it on purpose. And the reason people think this is because it's being blasted into their feeds 24/7, which triggers other people to blast.
No, I agree. The system wants this clash. That's what I explained. Like,
well, they want to divide and conquer people. They want people fighting each other based on superficial differences. The first thing I kind of think about here is Cass Sunstein, Obama's information czar. He literally wrote the book. He was also connected to Epstein, too.
He said we'll discredit it.
He'll discredit it by putting out fake actors out there that will make theories that sound really crazy. So you destroy any kind of legitimate criticism or question.
And then Nick Fuentes, who's critical of Israel, is banned from YouTube, and Candace Owens is put up on the front page.
Yeah. Well, but here's my traveler. I mean, it's just like
Charlie was a time traveler.
Yeah, he was a time traveler. Exactly. I'm just like, I'm not even saying I trust TV USA. I'm not saying there's not a cover up of Charlie Kirk, but I cannot buy Mitch Snow with a hammer, convicted of beating his wife with a hammer, and then he puts the story out. She attacked me with a hammer, and Candace goes with it and raises him $200,000. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, like it's just crazy.
Let's jump to this story. We got this video that's going viral from Mario Nawfal. He says, Netanyahu, quote, "We will make it to the return of the Messiah, but this will not happen next Thursday." And so this video has been making the rounds, of course, since it got 400,000 views. And there was an article written a few days ago, Israel is gripped by messianic fervor for a biblical war. Now, there's another video that's when you actually...
No, he's Jewish Messiah.
No, it says return. The Jews believe the Messiah has not come. So if Netanyahu says the return of the Messiah... that means he thinks the Messiah has already been here.
Did he say that?
So here's what I've found in the transcript. When you ask for a translation through Grok or whatever, it says in Hebrew in what he is speaking, it can be paraphrased either way, as in the era of the Messiah or the return of.
Well, David was the Messiah, so he returns under the Jewish law.
They do believe that David was a Messiah?
He was the art. Yeah, he was the precursor.
I thought they haven't had their Messiah yet.
No, but it's all. David was the Messiah. He returns.
Well, either way, that is a component of why people have been sharing this clip quite a bit. But this plays into one of the theories. It's kind of interesting. This video is coming out now. There are a lot of people that are suggesting.
No, I haven't seen this yet.
Oh no,
I'm
I mean,
if you actually study the Old Testament, everything's a precursor. So
yeah,
David is the precursor to the Messiah.
Yeah, it says that the Messiah will come from David's family line.
Yeah.
Well, so then again, my understanding is that return of is just translation.
David.
So indeed, what's
By the way,
interesting about this is
the star. Anyway, sorry.
The reason why this is picking up steam is that one of the theories amongst those who believe Israel runs everything is that they're trying to make everyone hate them because they have to go to war with the world in order to trigger the return of their Messiah. So if there really is this, as this article said, messianic fervor, and then you get Netanyahu literally saying we will make it to the return of the Messiah, but not by next Thursday, a lot of people are jumping on this and saying, straight from the man's mouth, they are doing a lot of this.
I think that it's not all the Jews, but certainly there's different Jewish interests that get when they're attacked, they get more power. Netanyahu has been indicted. Netanyahu would be in jail right now. And so
why isn't he?
By him being under attack, he stays in power. So I'm not going to judge him on, his weird Supreme Court battles. It's all so confusing. See, I can just say I knew the answers. It's so confusing. I don't know. But definitely they are invoking this messianic stuff.
Yeah. Do you think he's like creating war to stay in power? I mean, I'm not saying you're saying this, but that he would be creating war to stay in power.
No, he said like 3 years ago or 2 years ago when they did October 7th, he said, we'll look at why there was a stand down later once the war's over, but the war never ends.
Albert Pike talked about a lot of this stuff. 1871, he wrote a letter about World War III, and it's absolutely crazy.
1871, he wrote about World War III.
Yes.
What? So he knew they were going to be the first two. He didn't tell anybody about it?
No, he talked about World War I. He talked about World War II, and then he talked about World War III, and he talked about the. So this is. I mean, I've been talking about this for about 12 years. I did a video with David Icke about this.
I'm sorry, real quick, just don't forget what you're going to say. Albert Pike's statue was torn down by anti-racism protesters in the George Floyd riots.
Of course, not a surprise there at all. But a lot of people believe that this is prophecy being kind of that we're kind of living through this as it's being played out right in front of our eyes.
Is the demon the AI technocratic overstate?
Who knows?
Well, you were advocating for it yesterday, Ian.
And that's my point, is that
AI judges?
I literally don't hate Jews. Like, I don't sit there with a big heart on and like I fall on a banana peel playing Jews. But now Israel is literally every step you can to make it all about Israel, which is not. It's China and the EU and all these powers, and it's just like constantly, oh, we're here. No, we're the. It's like I'm smart enough to go like, what's going on here? Like
every country has their own interests, and people that think that everything is about Israel they're totally overlooking the fact that every country has their own interests. They have their own agency, and they have their own plans. There are.
Understand what you're saying, Alex? That they are trying to take the spotlight in all of these affairs.
Exactly. Israel wants the attack because then there are people who get behind them. So it's not like Israel's involved in all the bad stuff, but they're like, okay, we'll be the villain. It's just like I'm just like.
I actually think if you take a look at the latest media moves over the past several months, like the purchase of CBS and TikTok, there is a what did you used to call it, Alex? Problem, reaction, solution. So
whether Elson buying it up.
Whether it's intentional or otherwise, you have this burst of anti-Israel and, quite honestly, a lot of anti-Semitic content. Then this triggers prominent, wealthy millionaires and billionaires, Jewish and otherwise, to buy up these platforms to ban that content. So, in essence, by having this large burst of anti-Semitic or anti-Israel content, you then create the circumstance.
And I don't know what the end game is. I'm just like,
sorry.
I'm against Israel trying to start a nuclear war, but I'm also not against Israel. I'm just like, man, I'm done. Like,
I'm fairly ambivalent. Foreign affairs is foreign affairs to me. It's crazy to me that there are people hyper for and against. No, I understand why people would be for it, especially if you're Jewish and you're Israeli. But the fact that there are so many people in the United States who are for and against it who are neither, that's strange to me. Yeah. I'm like, we can talk about China all day.
But you now see how Iran, because they're willing to kill their own people. 2 days ago, I said Iran is belligerent. They're emboldened. I was like, oh, you're a Qatari agent. I ain't got the check yet. My point was they don't care. They're willing to die. So I'm saying, like, what do you do when you're faced with this?
Yeah.
Like, this is cuckoo town.
Well, yeah, I have a question for you because again, I think you would know this better than most people, but we've talked about the U.S. motivations for going against Iran, and it largely has to do with the Strait of Hormuz, the 20% of oil and gas flowing through from the Gulf states, and the U.S. maintaining its economy on the petrodollar. So my position, my view of this is the U.S. looks at Iran as a disruptor of international oil trade, for which we tell our customers, you use dollars to buy oil, we'll police the seas. Iran tells us to shove off, funds militias, Houthi rebels, they bomb cargo ships. So the U.S. says this has to stop. I'm curious if you agree or how do you see it?
No, that's it. I mean, that's it. And my point is, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs told Trump, they've got a whole army right there. Even if we blow them up, they can block the strait. And that's 25% of the oil. So it creates a crisis. Trump's like, well, we'll fix it in a year. Yeah, a year. Trump's whole plan. I'm like, oh God, end the war. Oh God, yeah, which I agree with. Like, yeah, dude, this ain't like just blow some stuff up. So again, I actually wish the Muslims would all go away. I want Israel to be free. I'm not even. My sick thing is, I get nothing by being nice to Israel. I'm not. I've never been to Israel. I'm not in Israel's team, but I don't want to blow up the Jews. I don't want to blow up Israel. I'm just like, stop using us in these wars to expand your power. And then Israel's like, oh, Greater Israel, I saw these clips like we're gonna take over the whole Middle East. And it's crazy.
Well, the problem is, if we want to maintain the petrodollar, which puffs up our economy, we have to force everybody in line, and this is why you get these regime change wars. Yeah. It's why
I agree, but we already have that all in line. Israel,
well, not with Iran,
has already defeated all its enemies. Like when they were attacking the last few years, I'm like, great, Israel defeated, the Lebanon, the Hamas, in Gaza, great. That just adds to megalomania. So see, they've already beat all their enemies. Do you see the Israeli former prime minister said, well,
Turkey's also a member of NATO. Which, I mean, I personally, I'm not a fan of Turkey being in NATO, but like, if Israel
I'm not a fan of Turkey either, but like, now Israel wants us to.
I'm actually a big fan of Turkey.
That ain't happening.
They got great baklava. They got these things called Islak burgers. They're lamb burgers that you dip in like an oily tomato sauce.
I'll never forgive him.
Doesn't matter, anything, yeah.
This man isn't playing Michael Jackson in this movie. He is Michael Jackson. Let me shimon on you real quick. It's 1996 and Jermaine Jackson, Michael Jackson's brother, has a son named...
I mean, I'm open to it. Doesn't matter, anything, yeah.
This man isn't playing Michael Jackson in this movie. Jackson. And growing up, this guy loved three things: golfing, and of course, singing and dancing. What, did you think he was gonna be an accountant or something? Of course not. He's a freaking Jackson. So when they were casting for this movie and Jafar Jackson walked in, instantly the director said it was like watching Michael Jackson's soul come back to life. The way he laughs, the way he talks, his shyness, even his freaking love for wild animals.
I used to have a snake.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I love animals.
The craze could even make a second Michael Jackson movie. It's absolutely insane how strong this Jackson blood is. My God, every single one of them is talented, but this guy specifically is extremely talented, and his career is gonna take off after this movie. And man, just from the cast of this film, his voice, and
I mean, I'm open to it. It doesn't matter.
So old Marky Mark Wahlberg is being canceled by Hollywood and losing millions of dollars in contracts right now because he said that he agreed with, well, hold on, y'all remember this?
To be honest with you, big gay people are scary to me. When I'm like standing by myself and three gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared. I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
And what Marky Mark said was that he agreed with that, and if that's homophobia, then he's homophobic. Now everybody is calling for him to be canceled. I just have one question. Have y'all lost your fucking minds? If somebody is touching you, non-sexual assault. And if it's three people on one doing something like that to somebody, that is gang sexual assault. I personally think that it's perfectly rational to be a little afraid of being assaulted by three big men. Wouldn't you be a little concerned by that? What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. So old Marky Mark.
I found this cat like frozen stiff in a puddle of water. The dogs found it. It's barely moving. I'm going to try and heat it back up and see what happens. It's starting to come back moving around.
Poor thing.
It's starting to move now. I've been putting it next to the wood stove and drying it off as I can.
Looks like he's been poisoned.
Starting to make some meowing sounds too.
It's like a little bit of seizures.
Kind of coming around.
Pretty.
Starting to track things and, you know, set itself upright.
Oh.
Seems to be snapping out of it. Starting to track things and right itself, you know, when I lay it down.
I think it's
Hard to believe that that thing,
poisoned and stuff.
they really do have
Or
9
shot.
lives.
Oh. Yes. Awesome.
I found this cat, like,
Hi, it's Bobby Allison with the Synthesis, and I'm out with Lou, and we're just taking it easy. It's a beautiful day here where we are. I wanted to talk today about how we can stop ourselves from basically overdosing on cortisol all the time because of the way that we consume our information and how it makes impressions upon our mind. Once we know how things work, that's a great thing about science. Once we know how something works and we know how it's affecting us, we can take steps in order to protect ourselves from unhealthy situations. And, you know, how much of the thing over here that's bad? How much is it really? You know, if you wait 48 hours, you notice that a lot of the stuff that the media reports has lost its teeth in 48 hours. And a lot of times, a lot of things that were reported aren't even true. Or they're just that you're going to actually need to do anything about. Most of the time, you're not going to even need to do anything. Are you, Lou? Huh? Are you? Yeah? I know what you want.
You need to stop building your staircases like this, and instead build this super cool secret staircase design. First, we're going to get rid of this rubbish staircase. Then we're going to take some sticky pistons, and we're going to put these down on the wall in a diagonal shape, just like that. And then we're going to take our stairs, you can use whatever stairs you want, and you're going to build them in a pattern like this. Oh, oops, not like that. You want to make sure it's right side up. So you're going to place one on the previous stair, and then put one on the sticky piston. One on the previous stair, one on the... not. Then you're just going to take and fill this wall in with the same material as your stairs. Alright, now that that's filled in, we're going to come back here and we're going to place blocks down on all of our sticky pistons. And then we're going to take some redstone dust and we're going to run it up all of these blocks. And then you can run your redstone wherever you'd like. I'm just going to run it right over here to a lever that I'm going to put on this block. But you can really get creative here and use whatever you want to activate it. But now that we have our lever down, we pull this and we reveal our secret staircase. Now you don't have to use boring staircases anymore. You need to stop building your staircases like this, and instead build this super cool secret staircase design. First, we're going to get rid of this rubbish staircase. Then we're going to take some sticky pistons and we're going to...
When they locked this internet up, ain't nobody streaming nothing. Streaming was created for real-time editing. The reason we're all into streaming, the reason why they took the hard drive out of the Apple TV, the reason why streaming, it's on their server, not yours. You don't own it. You don't even have it. That's why they sell a computer now, the fastest computer out right now, and the hard drive is tiny. Why you only give me 128 gigabytes? And then if you want more, you got to pay thousands of dollars. Absolutely. Why are they doing that? Because they want it in the cloud. Because two things happens if it's in the cloud. One, they have it. And the other thing, this demon spirit has to learn. They need our voices, our images, dude, it's us. We're all cyborgs. There's a digital version of all of us in the hands of the...
I literally got ditched too.
Outrageous. I'll take it all, baby doll. Whatever's been weighing you down. Can't move on.
Predators love hotels, and especially when it comes to women traveling alone.
Here are some simple but effective habits to turn the tables in your favor. It starts before you even check in. Park in the front of the hotel, where the lights are brighter and the camera coverage is better. Use the main entrance every time you enter or leave the property. Stairwells and side entrances are not your friend. During check-in, guard your private space like you're at an ATM. Desk clerks know not to say your room number out loud, but it's written on your room key envelope, so don't let anyone get close enough to see it. All right, let's move to the elevator. Rule number 1, don't push your floor button until the door closes. If someone gets on with you, let them select their floor first. Stand near the panel and make a mental note of where the alarm button is. If you feel like someone has followed you to your floor, stay on the elevator and return to the lobby. When you get to your room, do a quick scan to make sure nobody's followed you. The moment you're inside, put out the Do Not Disturb sign and lock the door. Use the next 2 or 3 minutes to run a security sweep. Check hiding spots like closets and behind curtains. Inspect door locks, deadbolts, and the peephole to make sure they haven't been tampered with.
Yeah, what you need?
A slice or 2 of pepper jack cheese would have been nice, but you ain't got none.
Pepper jack cheese? Man, what the fuck are you talking about?
You ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, huh? You just asked me what I need.
I mean, why you on my porch?
Didn't mother say that. My bad. It's Monday. I ain't smoked yet. I'm trying to feed this hangover. You got all this imitation cheese. You do know that shit don't melt, right?
I thought I heard. Bitch, who let you in my crib?
Stanley.
Man, who the fuck is Stanley?
Stanley. That's what you shouldn't be worried about. You should be wondering if I got into your safe. I did. I mean, really, who uses their addresses, their combinations?
Bitch, I'm gonna when I get my hands on you.
Oh, shit! No, wait till I get my hand on you. You can get it back, though. You got cash out?
Bitch, you in that cash out.
You see, that's the third bitch that it came out of your mouth. So guess what, mister? You get nothing.
But you robbed him for everything.
Over that way. Worried that the video might work against them, the officers shift focus. They first ask the woman in the back seat to step out with the dog. Then they return to the driver's side, telling Jacob to crawl back into the car while they begin searching the vehicle. Okay, well then we're gonna search the car with you sitting in it.
That's illegal, sir.
No, it's not, sir. But Jacob's legs keep shaking uncontrollably, making the search difficult. So the officers decide they may need to restrain him. Odor of marijuana is probable cause for a search.
You can't search a vehicle with somebody in it.
Okay, then you're gonna have to get the fuck out of the car, dude.
If you drag me out of this car, I promise you.
So come on, we're gonna help you out of the vehicle.
Help me out, then, motherfucker.
Then come on, man.
I do not comply. You cannot do this. You need to call and get a wheelchair down here, just like every other state trooper that I've ever been pulled over by. You need to do your due diligence as a police officer, and you need to do your job. I've asked you for everything, and you have not done anything you're supposed to do as a police officer.
Jacob pushes back on almost every command. At one point, Officer Ross has no response. It's becoming clear this isn't someone who doesn't understand the law, and suddenly, the officers realize they might be dealing with a very different situation. Check out, I'm charging you with indecent exposure.
Brother, I have to piss.
I'm letting you know that now. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know that. I'm letting you know that.
I cannot piss on.
How can you do that?
I'm letting you know that.
On himself, sir. I don't understand how this is legal for you to do that, sir. Jacob, do not pee.
You're serious?
That is crazy.
Jacob and his girlfriend understand something important. Arguing with police rarely ends well, even if you're right.
You notice I'm constantly shaking. Here in a minute I'll start sweating, and it's because my bladder is distended, and it's because I have to piss, and it, literally I use this straw to poke my bladder to pee, and I have to do that.
I'm just letting you know, if you expose yourself, I'm charging you with it. Jacob tries to stay calm, even though the frustration is obvious. Finally, About 8 minutes later, Assistant Chief Alexander Norman arrives on scene. The vehicle is cleared out, and the officers begin a full search. After more than 10 minutes of searching, nothing illegal is found, and they're allowed to leave. A week later, Jacob and Bruce upload the video online and announce a lawsuit. 2 months later, both the police chief and assistant chief step down. But here's the irony. The entire strict law enforcement or something closer to discrimination. If you were the officer that day, what would you have done? Let me know in the comments.
Is your bed looking like this? Let me fix that. First, break this. Let me fix that. First, break the one. Now, place 3 pale oak stairs like that. A bed in front. 4 pale oak slabs. And then 3 more pale oak stairs like that. Place 3 pale oak shelves here and here. And then upside down stairs on one and the other side. These are just temporary for now until I place them upside down like this. There we go. Now we're gonna add 4 more pale oak slabs here, and then 2 iron trapdoors just above that. We're gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more trapdoors like that, and then pale oak signs going going all the way around on top of the bed, and also down here at the bottom of the bed. Just
I don't even can get in it.
Pale oak signs. 4 more. 4 more on this side, like that.
This is a message to all my dudes out there. Make sure you get you a woman like this, bro. Not only is she a baddie, homegirl here and just go ahead and just go home and never talk to him again. But look what homegirl does. She literally comes prepared to bring her man home, barrel with pillows and a blanket inside. Like at first when she was bringing this in, I thought she was bringing in a bag of clothes for him and kicking him out the house. No, she really lifts him and lays him comfortably with a pillow under his head and under his legs, bro. We all need a woman like this. And I told y'all she brought a blanket too. And don't even trip on her. She's very resourceful. She don't forget the liquor either. She's like, you enjoyed your part right now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night too. This is when she goes back and gets the bottles. I don't blame her. That was more important than the dude she's carrying. Hey, y'all. This is a...
When I was 18, I had my first brain surgery. It was really tough, but I moved forward. When I was 21, I had my second brain surgery. Again, also terrible epilepsy. When I was 25, my dad took his life. That one shattered.
I've already seen this.
But eventually, I picked up pieces and I moved forward. When I was 29, 29 completely broken. I had my 3rd and 4th brain surgery. My eye was mechanics. I got complete paralysis on this.
It'll make you cry again. It's super low. Gonna cut it. Wow. That was cool.
Gone. Here's how it started. Day 1. You turn.
Oh shit, that's a coyote stalking a dog. I don't think that dog realizes that that's not a dog. Yeah, I'm watching you. I don't know who this puppy is, but you better play nice. Hey, no growling over here. Where's your manners? That's right. Go think about your actions. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's okay. I got you. I won't let the coyote eat you. Come on, run with me. Let's go. Come on. That's right. Pick on someone your own size. You better keep up if you don't want to be eaten. Compensa. All right, let's go back this way while we're waiting. Hey, do you want to get eaten? Come here. Come on. Your parents are coming for you. So it looks like your parents want me to take you. Main entrance is not close to here. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. This way. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, now you. Let's go. Good boy. All right, we only have 2 kilometers to go. You peeing or what? All right. And, oh, there they are. Bye. Body's safe. What is this?
Take a step forward if your dad has ever brushed your hair. Take a step forward if your dad has ever read to you. Take a step forward if you've never had an empty fridge. Take a step forward if your dad has ever taken you to the park. Take a step forward if the water has always turned on at home. Take a step forward if you have pictures as a baby. Take a daddy's dad. Look at daddy. We're the opposite for dad. He never moved once.
Oh.
Have you ever met your dad's dad?
I'm going to show you how to get free gold. This is 115 grams of close cut gold fingers. These are only from Ramstick, and these are high quality gold fingers. And I'm going to show you how to get the pure gold. I'm going to put these in there. So first, of course, we're going to put them in the beaker, these two. And I want to know how much gold you think this is. So nitric acid is so expensive. So we're not going to use it. We're going to do it the cheap way. We're going to start with some distilled water. And we're just going to use about 800 milliliters. So we're going to make our own nitric acid for half price. And it's going to work just as well. This thing was literally $5 for a pound of it. And it's basically just fertilizer. So I'm just going to use a couple spoonfuls of this. And I like to put this in first. We're going to know me. I do exact amounts only. We're going to put this in real slowly. And we're going to put a couple hundred milliliters. Things are really going to start to heat up. So now you're going to start to see some bubbling, but it's really not going to start working until you turn this on low. And you're going to want to cover it up. Oh, it's really moving now. Look, all the gold floating up here and jumping around in there. You can see. Look at all that.
PCs.
I'm going to show you how to get free from Ramstick.
I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't. It's been a when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. I got spirits in my head and they won't go. I got. It's the same. Oh, they're still fighting with their tanks and their
buddy.
I got guns in my head and they won't.
He was on meth, and then my mom later picked up heroin and fentanyl. And so I didn't really have stability whatsoever. I ended up going into foster care, and after I got out of foster care, I ended up just in a really rough spot, hanging with bad people, and eventually I was home.
Oops. Alright, the reason I wanted to pause it is that one of the things that We Sanctuary does here, we haven't been able to do it for a while though, due to funds, but they were about ready to get shipped away because they aged out of this DFS system and they were no longer going to have a place to live. And yeah, they would have had to been doing things. It was a female teenager, and she's doing good now. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are trying here.
And then my mom later picked up heroin and fentanyl, and so I didn't really have stability whatsoever. I ended up going into foster care, and after I got out of foster care, I ended up eventually I was homeless by the age of 17, sleeping outside with my dog, and
no options.
it was just really rough. And so I didn't believe that there was a God, never given the opportunity to be there. So at 18 years old, I ended up going to Lubbock County Jail, and I lost all my hope. I ended up coming here. And what has happened here, I have regrown my faith. I'm stronger physically. I never knew how much love I had in my heart. You know, I love every man in here. You know, when I first came in here, I was looking for a fight. You know? But love to trust most people as far as and it turns out, why not? Because God loves me. Man, it's just such a beautiful opportunity here. Just feeling love, but not just love from people, but from God, and understanding that God's love is real and that God works through me to help other people. And now I have the opportunity to save somebody's life. Amen. And yes, I've only been here for everything in my life. All I did was destroy things and burn bridges, and He has started rebuilding bridges and just building me back up. So thank y'all for letting me in. I didn't come from
one arm, one leg. Oh my God.
Any kind of person that's got a will, that's got that kind of.
Hey, baby, I'ma have the best freaking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride, baby. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright, baby. I'ma have the best freaking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride, baby. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Okay, so here's the idea. Is that we keep going south.
They put me in jail for a year for picking up trash on the side of the road. It's just so messed up.
I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. I tried to get to the dry Tortugas, and a hurricane set me back. But I think it would be good for me to go to the dry Tortugas, Key West. So we're just gonna head south. Love you guys. Amazing. Son of a bitch. Florida is amazingly beautiful. I love the rain. I think $12 a night. But it's a national forest, so everywhere here, you can camp for free. But I got a little drunk. So it's nice to just get a campsite for free. Okay, so here's the idea. Is that we keep going south. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. I tried to get to the dry Tortugas, and a hurricane set me back. But I think it would be good for me to go to the dry Tortugas, Key West. So we're just gonna head south. Love you guys. Amazing.
Oh, hello. Hello.
You're a psychopath.
Frogman?
Oh, meet a psychopath and Daisy.
Fuck. Is that you, Frogman? It is. How you doing?
Okay. Hi, Charlie. Me.
What's going on?
It's your mom.
What am I listening to?
Well, twinkle, twinkle, little star.
What the fuck am I watching?
So
Oh, hello.
Name was blank.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, hello.
No,
Like,
no, you're fine.
No,
You're fine.
I literally,
Jens, trust me, you're fine.
Can I,
Just
can I
relax.
get off?
Jens,
Like,
you're fine. You're literally fine. Just relax. Trust me, it's fine.
Oh my god, did you faint? Ken! Oh my god, Ken! Holy shit! You guys, get her off, she's dead. Are you fine? Are you okay? Did you pass out?
I hate you!
Ken, you said that it was gonna be fine and you wanted to do it. Don't blame it on me. Oh my god, it is not my fault. It is your fault. You said you wanted.
So here's a thought that terrifies me. What if the future of intelligence and consciousness off Earth really is and can only be AI and robots? Aren't they much better suited to the harsh conditions of outer space? They can turn themselves off. They can shield themselves from radiation. Even whoa. Oh my god.
No. All over. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Hey, easy. Good.
And the rainbow working on this side, so there's some crazy.
I'll be damned. That's it right there, huh? Let me get some of that. Reparations. That's crazy. I ain't felt shit this off in a minute.
It's funny. I like stuff like this. Looks like it's where I went.
So I guess that puts you in the clear.
Yeah, it does have good bones. I can live there.
It's like we're going in here.
It's better than this house.
Without a contract on my son. We never thought anyone would be stupid enough to. And since you are very capable contractor, only someone like you would have the skills to find out who this assassin is.
Oh.
I need you to hunt down whoever that may be.
It's actually pretty good size, about the same size I got now.
I'd rather lick a crackhead scabby elbow.
Very well. If you do not, we will kill your friend.
Go on, man. Kill him, man. I don't give a shit.
Don't test my resolve,
Man, the
Mr.
floor's
Parker.
Oh,
going.
please, crack on. I couldn't care less.
The floor
This
is
joke's been
going.
doing my
Some
head
good
for years.
wrapped
You
in
know what?
paper.
You'd be doing me a favour. Go
Christmas
on, mate.
wrapped
Do
in
it.
paper.
Mate, no, why?
Can't believe somebody left that behind.
Uno,
It's in this room.
due, tre.
Fine. I'll do it. For triple the fee.
You're good for his life.
The floor is caving right in. Oh, it's stuck there. How long has it been since somebody's been in here? Serving from Morgan County since 1917. It doesn't tell me too much. 2014. Okay, not that long ago. Wow, the floor is almost gone in this place. Somebody left their boot behind.
What are you munching on? What is that?
A gummy bear.
Wait, what are you eating?
A gummy.
No, like, what is it though in the shape of?
A tree.
Okay, no, you pronounced your R right there, but you did not pronounce it originally. You said gummy bear, and I'm like pretty confident you did.
I think you like hearing things.
For a quick second, it sounded like you were deaf. Like, have you ever heard like a deaf person talk? I don't know how you're doing this. You're throwing me off now. You're throwing me off with your voice. Did you get like kicked in the larynx or something when you were younger?
A Kentucky homeowner calls it instant karma. He says a driver tried to run over a 9-foot snowman that he built outside of his home.
This towering triple stack of snowballs in northern Kentucky has a lot of character, much like the people who built it. This snowman was packed with purpose, extreme, using a massive tree stump as the base for their top hat topped creation.
I went to work on Monday, and I came home to this on Monday night, which is, the irony is pretty funny.
Someone saw the soon-to-be Lutz family's creation and tried to fracture Steve's roots.
Instant karma, Ken. It's hilarious. What goes around comes around, in good ways, in bad ways.
Hey Alexa, how many days until Halloween 2026?
Halloween in 2026 is 299 days away, on Saturday, October 31st.
Hey Alexa, how many days until Thanksgiving 2026?
Thanksgiving Day in 2026 is 325 days away, on Thursday, November 26th.
Hey Alexa, how many days until Christmas 2026?
There aren't any Christmas holidays in 2026.
What?
Hey Alexa, how many days until Halloween 2026?
Do you know who that guy is right there?
No.
You left me with 5 bits of fuck. And to think that you had the stones to start contracting again. You destroyed what took me decades to build. For that, you're gonna pay.
Do you know who that guy is right there?
No, who is that guy?
Okay. That?
This is the Matrix movie star, Keanu Reeves. He was abandoned by his father at the age of 3 and grew up with 3 different stepfathers. He is dyslexic. His dream of becoming a hockey player.
Somewhere in the universe, somewhere someone's got it worse. Wish that made it easier. Wish I didn't feel the hurt. The world's smallest violin really needs an audience. So if I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down a city street while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. This feels like a necessity, so this could be the 10th of me, or maybe just a better me. Now come in with the Tiffany's and take a shot of Hennessy. I know I'm not there mentally, but you could be the remedy. So let me play my violin for you.
To the Susan family, for God's sakes. They want to mark, so mark a job's a job.
Somewhere in the
What is it?
PC. Thank you, Mama. You're welcome. Is that what you wanted for Christmas? Yeah. I want it. What the heck?
Did you eat all that stuff off that table?
It's like I will be happy to.
TV, everything.
Everything. You already know there's going to be people on the top of the house.
What is it?
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking.
Don't let them take me.
A 16-year-old was caught working night shifts illegally at a gas station. When the judge asked why, his answer broke everyone's heart.
Your Honor, I'm 16. I lied about my age, got a night job at the gas station. I make $400 a week. My neighbor watches my sister while I work. I get her to school, make her breakfast, help with homework. We're making it work. But they caught me. Now they want to take her away and charge me with fraud.
Your Honor, child labor laws exist for a reason. He's 14 working overnight shifts. This is dangerous and illegal. He falsified documents. The charges are appropriate, and the child needs proper placement.
This boy lost his parents and has been raising his 6-year-old sister alone for a year. Working nights, getting her to school. And you want to separate them? Charges dismissed. Ordering immediate kinship guardianship evaluation. This court will find legal ways to keep them together. You're not losing your sister, son. Not in my court.
Don't let them take me.
A 16-year-old was caught working night.
Who wants a ride?
Nobody.
I can show you guys the world. I can show you guys the world in my hot air balloon.
Get out of here.
You guys don't want to ride?
No, we don't.
Oh, help!
Hey! Hi!
カツオ
Another Kim.
Yeah, he's lost, man. He don't know what the fuck to do. I could tell.
With the ginger beauties. Oh, there we go. That's what we got. We got a couple of
I have dreamed of this my whole fucking life. No. I have dreamed of this my whole fucking life. No. No.
This, go look on my channel. We used to have one. His name was Rocket.
Easy.
You cute? Little fucking shit.
He said, hit it when it comes to the best.
I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but pain and now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here. Get me through it all. Let my guard down. And
What are you doing? You had enough of the
I was
crackers.
getting kinda used to be someone you love.
Hey, I bought this copy of Red Dead Redemption the other day, but every time I put it into my Xbox, it just loads up with Barbie Horse Adventure.
I mean, they're the same game. I mean, what's the problem? We'll just play that one.
Could you just test it for me? I need to see if it's the game or if it's my console.
Fine.
See, it's Barbie Horse Adventure.
Oh, I know what your problem is. Yep, looks like that done fixed it. Have a nice day.
Hey, I bought this copy of...
Say first person as well.
I prefer first person now I'm playing it. It's weird, but sometimes it's alright, but...
This is the quietest room in the... This challenge is extremely difficult because the room was built by Microsoft at a cost of $10 million, and the internal noise is only 20 decibels, which is difficult for ordinary people to last for a minute. The room is surrounded by 6 layers of concrete and steel structure, to be heard clearly. In 2019, a reporter tried the challenge, but collapsed and escaped after only 8 minutes, and it took 2 hours to recover. There was an official challenge that only cheated. The longest record was 58 minutes and 57 seconds. The challenger said that he felt extremely lonely and panicked in the room. Faced with a huge bonus, do you dare to try?
Yeah.
This is the quietest room in the world. As long as you stay in the room for an hour.
Easter dress, she came across the most traumatizing moment.
Okay, this is the wildest, creepiest thing I've ever encountered as a mother. From a quick glance, obviously you can see it's just a girl's cute Easter dress, and she wore it multiple times around Easter time. There's like bunnies, and there's eggs and jelly beans and baby chicks. And one day when she was napping, I just figured I would take a peek and see what they actually said. Want to have an Easter egg hunt under the covers? This coupon entitles you to 1 free peep show. Let's pretend we're rabbits and do whatever comes naturally. My tulips want to be on your ask for. This is sold as a baby girl's Easter dress. Who made
Yo, Michael.
Well, our FedEx drivers.
Es mío. No. No. For them. Es mío. Okay, well.
And saw something frustrating. Another driver arrived and did the exact same thing. He rang the doorbell aggressively, tried forcing the package into the delivery box, and when it didn't fit, he just threw it against the wall. The impact was so loud, it even triggered the house alarm. At that moment, the homeowner had 2 choices. He could report the driver and probably get him in trouble, but instead, he tried something unexpected. The next morning, he placed a small cooler outside his door. Inside were cold bottles of water, some snacks, and a simple note. The note said, "Thank you for your hard work. Please feel free to take one." And after that, something surprising happened. The delivery drivers started placing the packages down carefully. No more throwing, no more rushing, just a little respect in return. Sometimes, a small act of kindness can change everything. Most people would report this delivery driver immediately because every time he dropped
Who is the stranger? I should be scared, could be dangerous. I should...
Do you understand? Listen, I am a fucking babysitter, okay? I'm a professional killer. With all due respect, your son is an absolute twat. Me and him ain't gonna gel.
You're okay. Hey, go. Oh, you almost had it. You almost had it. Here, come on.
How many animals do you eat?
It's okay.
You're lucky I can kill this prick myself.
You're right. It's okay. Oh, you're so close.
Bring him back to me in one piece. Do we have a deal, Mr. Accident Man?
me get you out of there. Damn. It's all right. Okay. You're gonna be okay, all right? It's okay. Get in there. Hey, how's it going? I'm trying to help a little guy out.
Taking a trip? Oh my goodness.
I know. I feel bad for him.
Stuck?
Yeah, he's stuck in there. I just pulled up here and he was... Hey, you're right. It's okay. I'm gonna go out. Let's see.
Unbelievable.
I know. You obviously went in there head first, so you gotta go out head first. Oh man. If I can get him out of there. There you go. There he goes.
You guys off on a trip?
Yeah, we are.
That was cute.
Bro, this is a sweet car. What do you do for a living?
Hey, sir, is there a reason why you're filming me right now?
It's my First Amendment right. I've heard it said before that if you can make a cop laugh, you'll get out of the ticket. Is that true?
Periodically, it works.
I've also heard it said that cops are trained to decide before they get to OP card.
That's right.
Is that really a get out of jail free card?
No. Most of the time, individuals don't even know who the individual was that gave them the card. Usually it's the friend of an uncle or the cousin of a distant relative that gave them the card, and they have no idea or have any relation to the law enforcement officer whatsoever.
Tail light out. Is that really about safety, or is that probable cause for something else?
90% of the time, that is probable cause when we're out hunting for drunk drivers and gang activity.
Is it illegal to carry more than $10,000?
This wasp drank all the twisted tea that was around the rim of this, and he is like super chilling and like fucked up. Okay. He drank, like, this whole thing was covered, the whole rim was covered in twisted tea, and he drank all of that shit, dude. That boy moving slow. What's up? Dude, this
I'll keep strong until I make my way home to you.
Baby, is that a mouse? There we go. You're safe, little one. Oh my goodness, look at this cuddle.
9 to 5, hey, hell, I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? And I always feel like somebody's watching me.
That look. Okay, folks, Cooper's Rock.
Hey guys, good morning. Thought I'd check in before going to work today. It's Tuesday.
This cat kept jumping on a police car, and officers thought it was just being annoying. Late at night in a police station parking lot, security cameras show a small black and white cat suddenly jumping onto the hood of a parked patrol car. It walks across the windshield, scratching the glass and meowing loudly. At first it just looks like a stray cat causing trouble. The cat jumps down, then climbs in. The cat keeps meowing, louder now, staring directly at him through the glass. Curious, the officer steps out of the car to see what the cat wants. The moment he approaches, the cat jumps down and starts walking away, then stops and looks back at him. It meows again. The officer follows. The cat leads him behind the station and into a narrow alley. Suddenly it stops near the wall and begins pacing nervously in circles. The officer walks closer and looks down, and that's when he sees it. Lying on the ground beside the wall is an elderly man who has collapsed. The cat stands beside him, pawing at his jacket and meowing desperately. The officer immediately calls for medical help and stays with the man until paramedics arrive. Minutes later, the man is taken away for treatment, but the reason anyone found him at all...
Easy, easy, easy.
mulch it, you're creating a lot of moisture inside these trees, right? And it creates cavitation. So these people, Epic, they just keep throwing mountains of mulch on your trees that's not even supposed to go this high. You're not supposed to see, this is called a root flare. You're not supposed to go past like below here. And the cause of that, look, you got fungus growing onto the tree. That's the cause of it. For example, when you over mulch it, bro.
If you place 3 chests next to a wall, break 6 blocks above them. Cover the bottom layer with light blue wool, then place glass right above the chests. Fill the space with water, add sea pickles and seagrass, then release your first tropical fish using a bucket. Close the hole in the wall, add shelves on both sides, and place 2 temporary fences right here. Now drop 2 more fish in like this, so they get stuck in the... If you place 3 chests next to a wall, break 6 blocks above them. Cover the bottom layer with light blue wool, then place glass right above the chests. Fill the space with water, add sea pickles and seagrass, then release your first...
Somewhere in the universe, somewhere someone's got it worse. Wish that made it easier. Wish I didn't feel the hurt. The world's smallest violin really needs an audience. So if I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down a city street while trying to put my mind at ease. Like finishing this melody, this feels like a necessity. So this could be the death of me, or maybe just a better me. Now come in with the timpanis and take a shot at.
And what year were you born?
1989.
If you think I'm letting you out of my sight.
1989.
1989.
Yeah.
What's Jenny's phone number?
And I was right.
Jenny's phone number?
Yeah, Jenny's phone number.
If he says Jenny from Forrest Gump, I may lose it.
I have no clue.
Oh my goodness.
No clue.
I guess saying no clue is better than asking Jenny from the block?
Glendora, what year were you born? 1974.
Okay, here you go. Glendora is one of us. She is Gen X. I have confidence in her.
1974. Me too. What's Jenny's phone number?
Doing to us.
My sister's number is coming to my head because her name's Jenny.
And I bet if you call your sister right now, she would be disappointed in you just like all of us are.
8675309. Woohoo!
Okay, bravo. That was a classic Gen X fake out.
It is illegal to taxidermy a human being, but this grandma in Texas wanted to be taxidermied and then placed in her front garden after she passed away. She wanted to do that to get back at her HOA who stole her taxidermy dead dog from her front garden one night while she was sleeping. And she knew she could get away with taxidermying herself and placing herself in the front garden because in Texas it's illegal to move human remains. So now nobody can move her, not the police, not the HOA, not the Department of Homeland Security, nobody. And the authorities are trying to figure out who taxidermied this woman so they can arrest them, but they're going in circles right now because she comes from a whole family of taxidermists. Her nephew, her cousins, her brother, her 2 grandsons, all taxidermists who could have been the one who taxidermied her body. And all of those people have formed a double-stuffed Oreo of trust and are not talking to the police at all. And the grandma knew she would start looking ugly in that Texas sun after a few weeks, which is why she had a letter mailed to the HOA 4 weeks after she died that said, "I know I look ugly in the garden, but I'm not as ugly as the hearts of the people who stole my dog." It is illegal to taxidermy a human.
Crazy.
This may be the most creepy painting I've ever seen, and I think I may have figured out who it is. But first, we need to break down the image itself. On the table, we can clearly see Chit sign, and disturbingly, to his left is a mirror with a reflection of Snow White. Now, if you go to the DOJ website and you type in Snow White, 60 results will pop up. In one of those files is a message from Jess Staley stating, "That was fun, say hi to Snow White." And Jeffrey responds, "What redacted," which is very odd to me, to Jeffrey. It reads, "The Snow White was effed twice as soon as she put on her costume." Now, if that wasn't disturbing enough, with a little bit of research, you would see that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the 1937 version, Snow White was only 14 years old. Now, referring back to the emails, who is Jess Staley? Well, Jess Staley worked at JP Morgan from 1990 to 2013. Maybe that's just a coincidence, but take a look at this. With a quick Google search, you can see a very strange image. Jess Staley with his finger over his mouth. Well, that looks oddly similar to the painting that we were just looking at. If you put these 2 images side by side, you can't tell me that is not the same person. This may be the...
So I found something I'm not supposed to have.
These blue clusters lit up in the sun, and I couldn't just walk past them. I started picking them as fast as I could, filling my pockets as I went. Wow, they are so sweet right now.
Mixed spray.
If this is anything like my pineapple soda, this is going to get dangerous. I'll see you in 5 days. Well, 3 days, and I think it's time to, carefully remove this. Oh my gosh. I don't trust this anymore, so I'm going to put it in here first.
Honestly, I'm a little scared to open this right now. Well, here goes. Oh, wow. Tangy pineapple lemonade. Really? So I found something I'm not supposed to have.
The teacher told me quit bitching, and I wasn't gonna just sit there and take it.
If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that. They need to learn face to face. You just get mad because I'm pointing out the obvious and you choose. You're wasting my time. No, I'm not wasting your time. I'm telling you what you need to do. Get out. You want?
So if I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down the city. So with the Tiffany's and take a shot at anything. I know I'm not there mentally, but you could be the remedy. So let me play my violin for you.
Stuck in time. For years, this mystery went unsolved. People thought that it had fallen off the back of a truck and left an imprint, or that it was deposited here by some ancient civilization. But the truth, which I discovered 6 years ago, is very different.
A big clue is the way the keyboard is presented in the concrete. If a keyboard had actually fallen into the concrete, the imprint would actually be a negative of the keyboard. Here, it's not. The keys are clearly defined. That's what led some to speculate it was a phone inspection plate or some kind of maintenance point. The theories went on for decades.
You need to stop using a cactus to throw them up to your wall and place down a decorative pot and then put a trapdoor on top of that. Then break out 4 blocks underneath the trash can like this and make sure these goes through down deep just just like so. And then we're going to place a hopper underneath our trash can, and then dig out in this direction 2 more blocks. And then you're going to take a dispenser and place it underneath the hopper. Then you're going to take some stone, and you're going to place some stone right here, and right here. Then you're going to take a redstone comparator and place that right there, and then a redstone repeater and place that right there. Then take some redstone dust and add that here and right here. And then you can come back to your stone, and you can fill this in on each side just like so. Then you're going to take some lava, and you're going to place some lava down right there. Then you can come back, and you can now throw your trash away in style. And that's why you need to stop using a cactus to throw.
Bandaged up.
Honestly, did not know what.
You need to stop using a cactus to throw away your rubbish.
Bandaged up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa!
Got a yellow guy here. Yeah. Bandaged up. Out there.
This is how I get my chair out of my car.
Well, you got a tiny little chair though. It's a tiny one.
I'm gonna stand up. No. Just kidding.
Oh, this is great. You go, girl.
This is how I get my chair.
Well, every single one of these in your bottom shelf. Weirdos like these kind of things, like myself. But I would be interested in buying every single one of these off you.
Okay.
If you have a little wiggle room.
So we got them at 30 a pop.
Yes, sir.
What are you trying to pay? What's your ideal spot?
Ideal spot, I think they hover in that range of like 20 to 40.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you're at 30.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be at the bottom of that at 20. 20 a piece, but I'll buy them all.
Okay. 20 a piece. How many are there? Have you counted them? 20. You want to just do 600 for the lot?
Dude, thank you.
Whoa! Get this guy out of here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Legit. Thank you, dude.
Heck yeah, man. What's your favorite?
Ooh, don't step there.
God! Quit eating fucking Shipleys, bud! No, he's gonna pull us over just to fucking do it. Look at the size of that critter. Good God, bud!
I probably spend less than 1% of what I make. And I don't really spend any money for any reason unless it's eating food. Unless it's something that's like related to my job.
Do you think that's irresponsible?
What?
Like, do you think spending that little is okay? Because you could spend 2% of the money you make.
And then what would it do?
Completely change your quality of life.
How could that possibly happen?
Okay, invest in a good mattress.
I have slept on this bed for 25 years.
Yep. And I feel like that bed has got to be
20.
fucking gross.
I don't know about
Okay.
that. I feel like it's nice. I like the bed.
Get some maids, clean the house, right? I want it to fucking be done with. So waterhead, get me fucking soaked in seconds.
Yeah.
Like I do your mom.
I probably spend less than 1% of what I make.
Like I do your mom.
Yeah.
Epstein's death.
I can't read that top with all that freaking captions.
At 5:38 a.m., a male dressed in all black enters from the back area, hood up, goes all the way up the stairs, buzzes the door to open, which goes straight into the hallway that leads to Epstein's cell. And then 10 seconds later, a prison guard exits and walks downstairs. And then 10 minutes later, literally almost to the exact second, the same prison guard returns and then enters the hallway. The guy in the hood, he exits the hallway 20 seconds later, removes his hood, and then walks back down the stairs and out of camera view. Now check out the time. on the video footage. 5:50 in the morning. It's reported that Epstein was found unresponsive in his jail cell at 6:30 a.m. So that's 40 minutes after all of that happened. Super sus, right? I'll say this.
Stick in the ground. It's a little bit of kangaroo. You're just gonna drop it on the very tip of the shadow of the stick. The kangaroo there, the stick is very slowly moving. As that sun moves, the stick moves. You can see how much this has moved since we've been gone. That's the initial piece of kangaroo we put there at the beginning. The lollies, we'll drop that one on the tip of that shadow. The stick has gone onto that side of it. I know if I draw a line, or if I put a stick down like this, that is west, that's gonna be east. Now if I grab another stick and make a cross out of that, that now is my compass. I know if I stand here, I can stand here like this, that line right there is north. Stick in the ground. It's a little bit of kangaroo. You're just gonna drop it on the very tip of the shadow of the stick. The kangaroo there, the stick is very slowly moving as that...
Australia, so it might be opposite here.
We need ambulance.
Alright, since I went carnivore, I've lost an average of 10 pounds a month, every month for the last 6 months. Just go carnivore.
Stephen suddenly collapses, screaming in pain at the top of his lungs. He insists on calling an ambulance, but his father knows the truth. He is not really injured. He just wants a painkiller shot at the hospital. It is a pattern he repeats again and again. The father knows this, yet he still makes the call. At the hospital, a doctor pulls the father aside.
Just I hear from your father that you no longer are interested in any help.
The father finally makes a decision. He turns around and walks away, no longer playing along. Stephen is sent back to his apartment. The caregiver who looked after him for years breaks down mentally and quits. Before leaving, she takes back the TV borrowed from the hospital. For the first time, Stephen is truly alone. Life without constant care terrifies him. Reality finally catches up. He is afraid to step on the scale again. And when he does, he has not lost weight. He has gained another 21 pounds. The doctor's face turns cold instantly. The doctor pulls out a thick list of prescriptions, all painkillers he lied to get. Then he leads Stephen to a mirror, forcing him to look at his own body. There is no escaping reality anymore. Stephen throws away every soda, clears out all the junk food. For the first time, he seriously follows the diet plan. 2 months later at follow-up, he has lost 73 pounds. The doctor finally nods. Surgery goes smoothly. The weight keeps dropping. He starts planning skin removal surgery. When his father sees how much thinner he looks, they finally hold each other again.
I can't believe this. I don't think he fell for real.
This massive animatronic head is in a bathroom, and it is triggered by the weight of you sitting on the toilet. And when you sit on the toilet, it slowly inches forward until it's kissing your knees. Let's talk about it, I guess. I'm gonna show.
I am a licensed pharmacist in 4 states, and beyond these doors, I'm going to dispel a scam that blurs the line. But this is diphenhydramine. It's a 25 milligram tablet. You get 100 of them for $10. Now let's compare this to the human version. For the second part, we have to go to a human pharmacy and get some. Right here is what we got. So this is diphenhydramine 25 milligram tablets. You get 365 tablets here, and it's $7.27. The reason why I became skeptical of these products is right here, the inactive ingredients. You can see the pupper version on the bottom that's made for dogs, and the human version. Anything about the inactive ingredients? Yeah, they're identical. Yep, nice and bright and pink. Exact same pill. These came out of the same factory. I am a licensed pharmacist in 4 states and beyond the...
Oh my God!
It was her wish!
You said I could have any wish!
We can't do that one.
I just wish to not die a virgin. How hard is that?
You are...
Oh.
Somewhere in the universe, somewhere someone's got it worse. Wish that made it easier.
Talking to me?
Wish I didn't feel the hurt. The world's smallest violin really needs an...
What, honey? Oh. Okay.
So if I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up like finishing this melody.
Oh, this is that door thing you showed me. Yep, my daughter sent me this. for Minecraft. Yeah.
Somewhere someone's got it worse. Wish that
I'm glad it's simple for you.
A father threw a chair at a judge after his daughter's killer was sentenced to only 120 hours of community service. We really need to think about like what we're going to do to these judges. We do. We have to get rid of these people. It's awful. A father threw a chair at a judge after his daughter's killer was sentenced to only 120 hours of community service. We really need to think about like what we're going to do to these judges. We do. We have to get rid of these people.
We got a call about a snap. Snapchat is the one that actually reported this to the FBI.
When was the post made?
Like an hour ago.
Him or pew pew the kid. Oh my god.
Did any of the kids make you mad today?
I had a lesson plan and one of the kids turned off my computer on my lesson plan and I was like, oh, dang.
What did you snap after that? That is you, correct?
Oh, yes. Realizing that was a bad joke.
Who did you send that to?
My boyfriend, my roommates. I did not mean it like serious at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a serious offense, okay? How we got it was the FBI. You did say student, you're going to stay the night in jail.
This is crazy.
I know.
I did not mean it to get to this far. I made
No
a
matter who you
stupid
send it
post
to.
Snapchat. It was a
FBI
joke.
knows everything.
The cops came and they're thinking.
Oh my god, she sent it to her boyfriend and her roommate, and the FBI got it though. Oh my god. Snapchat. Oh. Watch it. Laser door.
I live with my dad and I wanna help her out so pretty, please. Pete, I need this. My mom is kinda homeless. I live with my dad and I wanna help her out so please. Pete, I need this.
If you dig 2 blocks down and place a cactus inside the hole, now surround the opening with shelves and place an iron trap door on top.
Okay, I think I just invented the best security camera in the world. It's just a little Bluetooth speaker, a webcam, and a Raspberry Pi with an AI model told to convince people not to break into that door. Okay, I'm gonna pretend to be a burglar.
Smile, you're on camera.
Wow, it's actually really fast.
For real though, you know I can see you, right?
Yeah.
Also, who are you talking to?
Okay, I can hear me too, I forgot.
I can whisper too. I see you're recording me. So we are both recording each other. Great. Then let's both agree not to do anything we wouldn't want to be sent to the police. There's a pit bull sleeping on the other side of that door, you know.
Okay, I think I just invented the best security camera in the world. It's just a little Bluetooth speaker.
A kind woman adopted a chick that hatched unexpectedly.
Oh my god, little, come here. Oh my god. I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy. And now the day bleeds into night.
It looks like Butters. Oh no, now it's... Yeah, it looks like Butters.
Thanks for watching. A kind.
This mom decided to surprise her daughter.
Hey, don't cry. Oh God. But I'm gonna record too. You know how it's tax season?